Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Yeti
Walks into Basecamp.
I'm Yeti Legs.
And I'm Basecamp. We are your hosts for this podcast.
And if this is your first time listening, just to give you an idea of who we are a married couple.
Couple?
We are a married couple. We are a married couple.
Let's say that again.
Oh, my God. We are a... Stop laughing.
We are a...
married couple. Oh, my God.
He's going to kill me.
Oh, my gosh.
As you can tell, we are a
Love
married
you.
couple.
And we've been married for over 3 years. We hiked the PCT together.
Hey.
The Tour de Mont Blanc. And
Hey. Traveled together with backpacks across Europe and Mexico.
Yep.
And now we are living in Colorado again.
And sharing our stories with people until we go and do more epic things and collect more stories to share.
Yeah, so this is going to be a collection of episodes. We want to tell our entire PCT experience all the way through. So if you have not heard all of our stories from the PCT, go back and listen.
Because this is episode 19. That means there's 18 other episodes.
But they're not all the PCT, though. So then there are also the Colorado Trail. So Wesley, better known as Yeti Legs, he did the Colorado Trail last year in 2023, July to August.
Yeah.
And so we are actually recapping that story. So if you have not heard all of the episodes, go back and start at Colorado Trail Part 1.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Not Part 0?
I don't know. Is it Part 0? I don't remember.
Part 1.
Okay.
Yeah, so the PCT is our overarching storyline. And we're just kind of nipping away.
Nipping away? Like a little yapping dog?
We're nicking away at that
Is it
story.
chipping away?
Damn it! Yes. We're chipping away at the PCT story, and in between,
Nipping and nicking and... I don't know.
Oh my God.
Nipping away.
We are throwing in all these other stories.
Yeah, just keep it fun and exciting.
Yeah, so we've got our PCT stories or episodes. We have our fireside chat episodes where we interview hikers that we've met or just all around great people who have something to do with the hiking community.
In some way.
In some way. And then we have my hike on the Colorado Trail, which is 4 episodes, and this will be the 5th and final that has to do with it. It's actually going to be relating to the gear.
I'm excited about this episode.
I'm excited about it too.
Yeah.
Just wanted to give a shout out to the artist who provided our intro and outro music. The name of the band and the artist is The Fire Once Lost. He's a do-it-yourself music producer who writes and records all of his own music. And his style is American bluegrass.
It's really awesome.
Yep. His entire album, The Fire Once Lost, all of the songs have lyrics except for the one that we use called The Appalachian Trail. That's kind of why we chose it, but we also really dig the vibe.
Yeah.
So thank you, The Fire Once Lost, for providing our intro and outro.
Yes, thank you.
And we'll share all of the socials for The Fire Once Lost in the show notes because they have a new album coming out.
Yeah, he has new songs coming really soon. And so if you like that type of music, check him out.
If you like hiking, I feel like you'll love this jam.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out.
You want to start off with spontaneity?
I'll start off with spontaneity.
What's spontaneous?
Combustion? How many times have you pooped today?
0.
Oh.
One. But it was like a...
It wasn't memorable, apparently.
No, it was. Because remember, I thought I was going to shit in my pants. And I ran to the bathroom. I was like, oh no, I might shit in my pants. But I did not shit my pants.
That is wonderful news.
Yeah, because I had a traumatic experience with shitting in my pants a few weeks ago.
Yeah. At least it wasn't on a trail, though.
Yeah, that would have been bad because you can't clean that out very well.
Yeah, that's a little bit more difficult to what's the word I'm looking for? Damage control.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little hard to clean too.
Yeah,
I mean, can you imagine hiking in your poop?
I mean, I don't know that anybody would do that.
Gosh, it'd probably cause a rash.
Except for a baby.
Well, a baby has to deal with that. But they don't walk in. Well, I guess they do walk in their poop, yeah.
Like all these families out here hiking with their 2 and 3 and 4-year-olds,
Yeah.
they still have diapers on, right?
Well,
What
two,
age?
two
What
to
age?
three is when you start potty training.
Okay,
So 2 and under.
So 2 and 3-year-olds, they're out there in diapers.
Kind of. I mean, they should be hopefully potty trained out.
So they would be hiking in their own poop.
Yeah.
Yeah, until
Poor kid.
and then like, does the parent have to do like a smell check?
Oh, well, yeah.
Huh.
Definitely. Or the kid might be like, I pooped. But you want to get your kid out of that world as soon as possible. So 2, I would say, is like when you want to start that process. When they start walking and can talk or like comprehend better.
Okay, they've got some sense to them. Okay.
Yeah. Now, what about you? How many times did you poop today?
I think just a really hearty, like, one good time.
Hearty?
Hearty.
You think?
Good and
Are
regular.
you sure you didn't?
I'm positive.
You've pooped a lot lately.
After the holidays,
Purge.
I feel like our bodies have been purging a little bit. And I don't blame my body. It does what it has to do to get back to a state of like equilibrium.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we were eating so many like carby, fatty foods.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
We made them all, but they were still carby, fatty,
I mean, they were
heavy
still
meat.
like, they weren't like restaurant foods or like crap foods. I mean, we made them, they were,
Yeah.
meats we had bought. They were potatoes. They were like vegetables, but they were just baked in butter and olive oil.
Sounds great to me.
And cheese.
Yeah.
Lots of fat.
You know what goes great with holiday food, though?
What?
The drink of the choice. Bow, 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 bow. I think that was a great segue.
Actually was. I really wasn't seeing that coming. Cheers to that.
What is your drink of the choice?
My drink of the choice is from Left Hand Brewing Company. Brewing Company? Or brewery?
Just say brewery.
Okay, Left Hand Brewery. It is located in Longmont, Colorado, and it is
Yes.
the peanut butter milk stout, and it is so good.
And I am drinking an analog of that. I am drinking the French toast milk stout from Left Hand.
It's not as delightful.
Good. Yeah, the can's like, notes of vanilla and maple syrup. And I'm like, well,
Could have been good.
I don't really pick up any of that.
Yeah, I think they missed the mark on the French toast one. That could have been really good. Like cinnamon and vanilla, but
Yeah, it's a little lacking.
Yeah.
But the peanut butter one is awesome.
Oh, and then if you get it at a brewery and they do a nitro on it, it is amazing.
It's dangerous too because it goes down so smoothly.
I know, you could just chug it. It's
could.
It's like a dessert. It's so good. And then the chai, actually, just to give a little shout out, but the chai Left Hand wow, I'm having issues saying brewery. The Left Hand, I think it's Left Hand Brewing Company. But anyway, Left Hand has one called the Chai Milk Stout. And that one's so good. It's like spicy. It's really good.
It really is.
Yeah.
And then, so we got this like big old pack from Costco.
Y'all, $28 for
24
cans.
beers.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's sweet.
And in this pack, we've got the French toast, we have the peanut butter, we have the chai, and then we have the double. And they're all milk stouts. Mm-hmm. So if you don't know what a milk stout is, there's no milk in it. There's no cream. I've actually had people ask me that.
It's kind of funny.
It's kind of funny. But they call it a milk stout because they put lactose in it. And lactose is something found in milk. But anyways, the lactose gives it kind of a sweet, almost slightly milky flavor. And it kind of thickens the body of the beer a little bit. So milk stout. Yeah.
But hey, there is no fat in it. Just carbs.
There is no fat in any beer on the planet.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Basecamp has started doing this macro counting thing. Mm-hmm. And she was trying to find this beer to put in. She's like, wow, there's no fat in it.
I was like, whoa, there's no fat.
Just a crap ton of carbs.
Yeah, which is okay, apparently. You know what? Like,
which is okay.
It's opposite of keto.
It's the opposite of keto. Oh my gosh.
It's literally the opposite of keto. what I'm doing right now. He wants me to do a high protein, high carb diet with low fat. Mm-hmm. And keto is like high fat, high protein, right? And then low carb.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Super low carb, even low veggie.
Yeah. Which is, I don't think that's very healthy because you need veggies in your diet.
You can have some veggies. It's just the lower carb, high fiber veggies. So less potatoes, which are really
That doesn't really feel
tubers.
Yeah. I just think potatoes are good for you. They're not bad for you, right?
Yeah, I think if it grows that way, it's healthy to eat that way.
Right.
I mean, except for like poisonous plants. But fruits and veggies are okay to eat in my book because they're natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came from the ground or the trees. Well, I guess those came from the ground.
But still came from the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
What do we call our updates? Cotton World downloads.
Yeah.
Cotton World downloads are updates.
Cotton World.
What are
updates? You can go first.
What are updates?
You go.
Oh, let's see.
There's been a lot that's happened. Oh, wait. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year and happy holidays.
Yeah, I mean, they're over now.
Belated Merry Christmas by the time you hear all this.
Yeah, belated happy holidays.
We took a break and we went to... It's really not a break.
It wasn't a break.
It felt like a full-time job. We went and flew over to the East Coast to see our family.
And I still worked. Wow, I worked from my computer.
So she was working like 2 full-time jobs.
While we were with our families.
Yeah, we saw Basecamp's family in Alabama first after spending some time with a few friends in the Atlanta, Cumming, Georgia area. Some great people. Family and Mentone is where we spent Christmas Day.
Yeah, and then we drove to Augusta to see Wesley's family.
Yep, the day after Christmas.
Yeah.
And then we were done.
There for 3 days.
Yeah, we were there for 3 days. And then we were done and back by the 29th of December.
Yeah.
It felt so good to be back in Colorado.
Oh, feels like home here.
It does.
The East Coast just doesn't feel like home anymore.
Everything feels so easy.
Yeah.
I don't know. And the lack of mountains is kind of hard.
The Alpine Mountains, yeah.
Those are hills.
Yeah, those are hills. They're not mountains.
They're not mountains.
Yeah.
Let's see. Other updates. My other update is... I wrote and I posted a new blog on the Trek.
Yes.
If y'all want to check it out, you can just Google my name, Wesley Black, the Trek. And the title of the blog is, what did I call it?
Trashy something.
Tossing a Trashy Attitude. Yeah. And it's kind of
catchy.
about my perspective on like trash on trail, picking it up and really navigating that whole mindset of, well, I picked up some, but nobody else is doing anything, so why should I keep doing it? It's kind of a weird like dynamic that I've gone through in my head. So if you want to hear my thoughts written out, I guess you wouldn't hear them, you would read them. You can go and check that blog out, and there will be a hyperlink to the blog post in the show notes.
Yeah, I thought it was a really good write-up. Because I think that I just think that you take responsibility for yourself and to figure out how to be the change you want to see.
Yeah. What's that, the quote from the Man in the Arena, Teddy Roosevelt, the poorest way to face life is to face it with a sneer. ... But yeah, that quote is actually it's in it, and it works so well.
It does.
Because I found myself like looking down at other people or the random stranger who left a piece of trash. Like maybe it flew out of their pack, and I'm judging them for doing this. And really, I just need to take responsibility and pick it up. If I see it, it's my job to pick it up at that point.
What do you think about the dog poop in the wag bags? Are you going to start picking that up?
Actually, I think I will.
Yeah?
I'm not going to pick up poop straight on the ground, but I would pick up the wag bags if I've got a trash bag with me.
What if you had wag bags?
I'd only have a wag bag if we had a dog.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to just take them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'll take some proactive steps here to make some positive change, because positive energy
breeds positive energy.
Breeds positive energy.
It does.
Yep.
I like that.
Those are my updates.
I like it.
Yeah. What about you?
My updates, my shoulder is getting better and better. I can pretty much do almost a full rotation with I can get it all the way around now, which is huge. I had to do a lot of PT, but now I'm getting to strength train, which is awesome. And I think the coolest thing is that on January 1st, we did a 14er. And if you don't know, how I dislocated my shoulder is I actually tripped on a 14. I was running down a 14er and I tripped and did a shoulder roll to protect my head from a rock. And I ripped my labrum tissue 220 degrees. It was no fun. Yeah. And I had to have surgery. And so it's felt like it's been a slow process, but now looking back on everything, I'm like, wow, this has actually been a very fast process. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we did a 14er. We did Quandary Peak, which we've done before, but it's the closest one to us. It's like 20 minutes from us. And you can do it in the winter. Honestly, it's a really easy winter 14er, I think. Like, it was very well trafficked. There was no post-holing. Like, it was very easy for winter.
Yeah.
Because some 14ers, you're like up to your waist post-holing, you know?
As 14ers go, it's a good one to do in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
However,
it's straight up.
We did get caught in that snowstorm.
But then we got caught in a snowstorm halfway up, all the way to the top, and then down. It was still snowing. And it was honestly kind of epic. It was very badass. It's just us and another, like, 2 other guys that we were kind of tailing the whole hike.
And that sweet girl from, Ohio?
Yeah, she was behind us. Well, we passed her, and then she was behind us hiking up, and then we saw that she wasn't there anymore. We got to the top, and we're going back down. We don't see her. And then she actually was going so slow that we start to pass her, but she was, like, wobbling, and so I was concerned about her. And when we were passing her, I was like, hey, are you okay? And she was like, I'm okay. She was like, I'm a backpacker and a climber, but she's like, I don't think I was ready for this altitude. And she had a puffy on. She didn't have a rain shell. It was snowing.
Yeah,
I was shocked she wasn't freezing.
She seemed okay because...
She seemed okay.
Like the last mile or so of trail, she sat down on a clump of snow. It's like, this is a great view. I'm going to sit here.
Which almost, though, concerned me because I'm like, maybe she has such a lack of oxygen that she's like, it's so pretty. I'm just going to sit here. I'm so tired.
I mean, it was beautiful, though.
It was beautiful because the sun was starting to, like, set and the clouds were parting as the snow was still there. Like, it was really beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, she definitely had never done a 14er before. So we gave her some of these little altitude adjustment pills and sent her on, like, just hoped she was okay. We didn't see her the rest of the trail, but oh well.
Hopefully she was okay.
Hopefully she's fine. But yeah, I think that was a really big accomplishment for me because I think the mental trauma of doing a 14er and having this whole thing happen with my shoulder, and that just kind of changed a lot for me for like, 3 to 4 months, or really 6 months.
You overcame all that. That's a huge deal.
But I haven't ran down a 14er yet. That's
well, we won't be doing much running until probably until
May, yeah, or June.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and so, but no, it felt really good and really like pushing the mind and pushing the body because, you know, climbing up a 14er, we gained 3,300 feet in 3 miles. Yeah. Which is a lot. That's over 1,000 feet a mile. So if you think in those scales, it's like you start doing it and you're going, oh my gosh, this mountain is really big.
It's so steep.
It's very steep at the end.
We saw a herd of what, like 12 mountain goats?
And the babies. There were babies now, and they kept staring. There was one baby specifically that kept staring at us and really wanted to come up to Wesley. You could tell. Yeah. It was so cute. But then I thought, like, the moms and dads would probably attack us if we like petted the
They were staring us down a little bit.
They were. I was like, oh God, if they like charge me, I'm done. Like, they gonna take my leg out.
Oh, I learned some fun facts about mountain goats, if you would like me to tell you. So, mountain goat babies are called kits, just like a normal goat. But a mountain goat is less related to actual true goats and more related to antelope. Go figure. But we have those plains antelope.
Oh, and they have the same types of horns, right?
With similar horns, yeah.
Okay.
The antelopes are a little bit more curved.
I had this theory that maybe the antelopes were tired of being killed, and so some of them went to higher ground so that they could survive. They evolved and survived.
They speciated.
Yeah, because then the fur grew then, because the antelopes don't have that crazy fur.
No, they don't. That's a great...
Isn't that interesting to think about?
That's a great idea. I don't know. I don't know how they actually came to be, but
Well, they came from the antelope species.
they are of the family.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I actually don't know how they came to be.
No.
Did they start that way? Did they speciate from another thing?
It's fascinating.
Fascinating. And you can only find them in the Rockies and the Cascades. So Rockies, Southern Rockies, where we are here in Colorado, all the way up through the Northern Rockies, up into Canada.
So cool.
And then the Cascades of like the Washington area. Do you remember where I told you about Bigfoot? He said he went through the Goat Rocks area and didn't see a single mountain goat. Same as us. But his daughter went through the very next day and saw 17.
Wait, it was Goat Rocks, though? So that's where they were?
Yeah, it's the Goat Rocks area.
Where were the mountain goats?
I don't know.
I feel offended that we didn't see one.
I feel shafted.
Yeah. I feel very sad about that.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's good. You know, we actually didn't see a lot of animals on the PCT, surprisingly. It was very strange for me.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, the last few days that we've been hiking, or this last weekend, we saw an ermine, which is so cute.
They're so cute.
And I didn't know this until Wesley told me this, but ermines turn white in the winter.
Yeah, several animals do that.
I had no idea.
Ptarmigans will do that, ermines, snow hares.
It was so cute. And then we saw pikas on the 14er.
Yeah, we saw a pike out in the middle of the 14er.
We did. It was just hanging out, just staring at us. And then the mountain goat.
Making this little beep. Yeah. So much wildlife.
Yeah.
So many critches.
Yeah, it was nice. Anyway.
Ah.
So, I guess that wraps that up.
Wait.
Oh, one more?
One other thing.
Ooh, what?
So this is kind of like old news, but new news and potential news. You don't even know what I'm about to say. I can see your face.
I'm like, what is he about to say?
We had originally wanted to possibly think about maybe doing the CDT this year, but that, of course, is not going to happen.
Yeah. So sad.
We just can't take 6 months off from
Right
work
now.
and life
Yeah.
and all those things. So we're not going to do it this year. That being said, a lot of our people, our family, are going to be doing it. So we're looking forward to seeing them as they hike through Colorado because they'll go right by our house.
Literally, they're going to be like...
Literally 2 miles
Not
away.
even... Isn't it half a mile?
No, it's 2
Oh, it's 2
miles
miles. Okay.
away from our house. The Gold Hill Trailhead. It's the CT and the CDT. So we'll get to see them and administer some trail magic in the best kind of way.
I know. We'll get to be good trail angels to them.
So we're looking forward to that.
I
So that's
know.
some news.
And that's our family from the PCT. A lot of them are doing it this year.
Oh, yeah.
Which is, I'm really excited for them. And it'll be really great to see them, too.
Yeah.
And be able to offer a space for them here.
Yeah, and Crush will be doing it. He's actually doing the Florida Trail right now.
I know. He's been going through the swamp with the gators.
Yeah, he's hiking through this swamp up to his thighs in
Y'all.
water. I'm like, my God, this feels like a health hazard.
Scary.
But
Gators. I'm like, oh, God.
I mean, what do you do if a gator latches onto your thigh?
I mean, I don't know.
And you're just out there by
What do
yourself.
you do?
Hold on to a tree, pray.
I
don't
can't
know.
wait to hear Crush's experience.
I'm sure he'll have some great ones.
Oh, my God. I'm sure.
But to all that, we're talking about maybe trying to find a shorter,
Like a month or month and a half long trail.
a shorter long trail to do.
Yeah.
Which ones have we talked about? We've talked
What
about
about the
that,
AZT?
which is what, 800?
Yeah, 800, right?
800-ish,
800
somewhere
and
there.
something. And then the CT,
Or the CT, the Pinhoti,
the Pinhoti, which is 300. Then we would like attach it to the Benton McKay trail.
Probably. or there's the long trail. And, if we're lucky, we'll even be able to squeeze in the collegiate loop, which is only 100 miles.
I mean, I don't know if we could do.
All right, maybe I'm over chewing here. Overbiting.
Maybe if we could, the collegiate could happen if we could find a holiday that's like on a Friday or Monday, and then I could take like 2 more days off, and then we could just we'd have to ball out some miles.
Ball.
I don't even know.
Pound out some miles.
Ball out, pound out.
Destroy some miles. How about that?
It'd be so painful, but
It'd be the greatest kind of pain.
it would be like good pain.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh, yeah.
Jeez. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
It's like 80,000 feet of gain in 100 miles, I think, or something, right? Or 60,000 feet of gain. It's equivalent to the T&B.
Wait, which one? The collegiate loop? Ooh.
I'm almost positive it's almost equivalent to the T&B feet in elevation gain.
Now I need to look this up.
I know. I could be making that up, but I'm sure that they're probably equivalent because they're passes and yeah.
It's a hard mother.
Whew.
I remember this was the steepest climb, but not the longest, like most painful climb on the CT for me. It was this little climb out from one of the Cottonwood Creek crossings, and it hits the collegiate loop. And this is the day that it was like really raining heavy on me.
Was this at the end of the loop, like when you're down south more? Or is this before when you're in the
This is before you get to Princeton.
Okay.
So it's not the beginning or the end. It's kind of one of the middles, depending on where you start. But I remember just everything was wet. The campsites were flooded. I was like, screw all this. I'm going to keep hiking and get higher and try and find a dry campsite. And I looked at the map and I was like, dear God, this is the biggest climb I've ever seen. It was straight up. I was almost on hands and knees a few times.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Damn.
So like the climb here in Breckenridge from Gold Hill all the way to Copper.
I've heard that's a bitch.
Was the longest, most painful climb. But this one I'm talking about was the steepest. I know.
I got to do the climb here since we're now 2 miles away from it. But
oh, yeah. We should do that.
One of these days.
I'll have one other update.
What?
other update. I forgot about this. I've started blogging a little bit for Sawyer.
Yes.
And I finally got my first one through all of the edits.
Yes.
So whenever that's published, we'll talk about it and we'll get that up on the socials as well.
Yeah, it's a really good piece. I really, really enjoyed reading it. So I think all of you will enjoy it. Wesley's really honing in on his writing skills.
Trying to.
You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
This piece is about a thru hiker's relationship with water.
It's exciting.
Yes. The highs, the lows, the sads, the mads.
And also, if you've ever done the PCT, you will for sure enjoy this.
You'll connect with it.
Yeah, you'll connect with it because it's beautiful. Okay, so here is our episode for today. Our episode, and I'm very excited about it as well, because if you are a gear junkie,
which I am,
which he is, but if you're a gear junkie, you're really going to love this episode, just so you know. We are going to do a gear loadout. So if you don't know what a gear loadout is, if you are listening to this, it is where you go play by play about your gear. You talk about the weight, like what it is, type of thing, and then we'll talk about base weight and all of that. And if you are looking to do a hike this year, I think Yeti Legs has a lot of dialed in gear that he used on this hike.
Yeah.
And can really give some really good feedback to people who are looking for new gear this year. So let's begin.
Yeah, I'll tell you the likes and the dislikes for some of this stuff. And I also do want to preface that I consider myself a comfort light hiker. I am not hyper light. I am not ultra light. I'm comfort light.
I think, okay, ultralight, let's talk about this real fast. In ultralight is considered definition of what's the base weight, 5 to 8 pounds?
I have no idea.
I would guess probably 5 to 8 pounds. But here's the other thing. I want to preface all this for people who do not know the hiking world, because I remember when I got into it, I had no clue what people were talking about when they talked about base weight. The definition of base weight, it does not include your food or your water.
So no consumables or your fuel.
It's what you carry on your back that stays with you the entire time.
So that does not include anything that you keep in your hip belt pockets. If you have a fanny pack, doesn't count. And the clothes that you wear do not count.
Right.
So it's just what's on your back.
It's just what's on your back. Okay, so ultralight definition, according to Google or Microsoft,
is 10 pounds or less.
Oh, you were close then.
So I'm still not technically an ultralight backpacker.
You're pretty close though.
I was pretty close.
I bet you people on that trail, on the Colorado Trail, thought you were.
Yeah.
Because you said they all had big packs.
It just classified backpackers as 30-pound base weights or less.
No.
That's what it just
30
said.
pounds?
That's what it said.
Bullshit.
That's a lot.
That's a lot of weight, because you imagine, maybe they're including food.
What does it say? Regular backpackers usually have packs with a base weight over 30 pounds.
Over?
Lightweight backpackers usually have packs with a base weight under 20 pounds. Ultralight, under 10 pounds. And super ultralight, I don't even know that we've met one of these, 5 pounds or less for their base weight.
I mean, would that have been, what's his name? Jupiter?
Maybe. What is Jupiter's base? I don't follow these people, so I don't know.
No idea. I mean, Optimus would know.
Jupiter, and what was the other guy? Star-Lord. This guy on the PCT that hiked by us with...
He was running by us.
It looked like a school day pack.
Yes.
Is what his pack
He was
looked like.
running down the snow mountain.
Yeah.
Just like skirting, like he was frolicking like a leprechaun.
Do we frolic?
Oh, are you a leprechaun? You just said, do we?
My people are leprechauns.
Because you have red hair?
Yes.
Okay.
My people?
Your people.
That's racist.
Fine. No, he looked like a leprechaun jumping. He was hopping.
He was. So it was a bunch of snow-covered switchbacks, and
I was pissed out of my mind.
we were traversing down the middle because the switchbacks were unsafe. So we were going down it, and this guy comes frolicking through the damn woods.
Like nothing had happened.
Yeah, so maybe he was a super ultralight backpacker.
You know, if I had under 5 pounds on my backpack, I would be happy
You could fly.
I would be so happy.
You're basically not even wearing a pack.
I know. How do you even have food?
Well, that's base weight. It's 5 or less.
Yep, but he looked like he only had 10 pounds. He didn't look like he had a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, let's go back to your gear loadout.
So there's your definition.
So that's base weight.
So based on those definitions of base weight, I would be a lightweight backpacker because I had 10.69 pounds as my base weight.
You were almost an ultralight backpacker.
I was so close. So close.
But you had a few luxury items in there.
But say la vie, I did have a few luxury items. My overall weight, so this is my trekking poles, all the clothes that I wore, took with me.
This is going to confuse people.
Everything but consumables is 15.64 pounds. So what separates this from my base weight is that the overall weight here includes all my clothes and electronics, because I carried my electronics in a little fanny pack on my chest. That eliminated a lot of weight just because my power bank weighs 12 ounces.
Yeah.
To differentiate that, the overall weight had stuff in my hip belt, this little fanny pack on my chest, and
But you're
really the
counting
clothes
your
that I was
clothes
wearing.
and shoes?
Yeah, this is just the weight of everything, like all the weight that I'm putting on my feet.
On your body.
On my body.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas base weight is just the weight that I have on my back.
Which I think actually should probably be more of what we're looking at, because your body is carrying what's in front of you too, just as much as behind you.
I mean, yeah, it's just so wearing stuff on your chest is distributing weight, but it's still all going on your feet and your ankles and your knees. So I think
it's still weight.
I think it's kind of odd to not have like total weight versus base weight.
Yeah, that is weird.
But I didn't make up these rules.
Who did? Is my question.
I joined the game way later after it was already established.
I want to know who made these rules up. Okay, so let's start. Where do you want to start with your gear?
Ooh, we could start with the cook system.
Okay, the cook system. Because everyone on trail has food. Because, if you didn't have food,
You would die.
you would probably die a lot sooner than most people.
Yeah, a lot of people die out there.
I don't know. But I'm saying if you didn't have food, you'd probably die sooner than most people
Is everybody
who
going
just
to die?
sat there. What?
You make this sound so morbid.
Well, I know. I'm saying because you're hiking, and so you need food to replenish your body, because you're hiking like 20 plus miles a day. So you're burning 5,000 calories. And if you don't have 5,000 calories in your body to replenish every day, or at least 2,000 calories, then you dying.
Everybody,
soon.
you dying. You dying, yo.
At some point.
Oh my gosh. So for my cook system.
Okay, cook system. Let's go.
So there are two types of people in the hiking, backpacking community.
Do tell.
You have the cold soakers, and then you have the non-cold soakers, or the people that use fuel and camp stoves.
Ugh, cold soakers, I don't know how they do it. That just sounds so miserable. There's only so many pleasures on a trail, and one of them is hot food.
And hot coffee. Yes. So the cold soakers, they'll usually use Talenti jars. And it's just like a plastic jar that you collect after you eat all the gelato out of it. You can get them at most grocery stores. But whenever you cold soak, so you put your food in this jar, you add water to it, and you have to let it basically soak for X amount of time, depending on what food you're trying to rehydrate. And it does rehydrate it, and it makes the food edible, but it's still cold and it's not super appetizing.
It's just miserable.
Yeah, but you save a lot of weight whenever you do that.
I mean, how much weight do you think you'd save, to be honest? Like,
well, you save on the stove, you save on a lighter,
and
you save on a fuel can. Just those 3 things right there is probably 1.5 pounds.
That's only a pound, though.
But that's the little baby 8-ounce fuel cans.
I know.
They're 8 ounces of fuel, but they weigh about 1 pound.
I know, but still, 1.5 pounds, like, that's nothing in terms of your mental happiness.
Oh, I agree. That's why I don't do cold soaking.
Right.
Hey, if it's like 1.5 pounds making you an ultralight versus a lightweight backpacker.
If it makes you go faster and that's what you want, then yay.
You know
Jedi
what?
did cold soaking, and
at the end.
He looked miserable at the end.
He looked miserable at the end. Oh my gosh.
He could tell more people about that in a later episode when we interview him.
For my cook system, so it's composed of a stove, a fuel can, some type of eating implement, and then you need something to cook in, so a pot. And I carried one extra piece, which I feel like is very invaluable, a pot cleaner.
My pot cleaner.
A pot cleaner. My camp stove was the Snow Peak Light Max. And just to let you know, I'm going to give you all the names of these things.
In case you want them.
And I'll tell you the weight, but I'm not going to tell you the cost or anything.
So Snow Peak Light Max was it's pretty much like a cup. Wait, no.
Incorrect. This is the stove.
Oh, I'm sorry. The stove. Okay, for people who don't know what this is.
A camp stove, you screw in to the top of a fuel canister.
I know what else you can screw in.
Once you've got it into the fuel canister, you have like a continuous flow of fuel at that point, and then you use a lighter to light it. What you usually do with that is you put a pot with water on top of it.
So that, everyone, is your fire source.
That is your fire source. The Snow Peak Light Max weighs about 1.98 ounces, so just at 2 ounces, which is super light.
Impressive.
If you don't know how many ounces equal a pound, it's 16 ounces. So just to give everybody a little heads up. A grid for what you need to know. 16 ounces equal a pound.
Also, Wesley, Yeti Legs, did a lot of research on gear. He does tons of research on gear. So this is him dialed in to some of the most lightweight but efficient types of things that you can find.
It's true. Mm-hmm. And I'm also a brand whore. So, so I really like to have pieces of the same brand. So it's really difficult for me to do research and be like, oh, well, this piece is far superior, but it's not the same brand. So like, how do I navigate that? Do I just get the heavier thing because it's the same brand name or... So I honest to God had to struggle with this because since my camp stove was a Snow Peak brand, I wanted to get a Snow Peak brand spork. But I got it at REI. I tried it out and it was heavy and I just didn't love it.
Yeah. So what did you end up getting?
So I ended up for my camp spork, instead of getting a spork, which I normally use, I got a camp spoon. This was the Toaks spoon and it's got a pretty long handle on it. It's 0.7 ounces.
Which, again, is very lightweight.
Which is very lightweight. But I wanted a long handle because a lot of the food I was going to be taking with me on the CT were these dehydrated meals. And the bag is pretty tall. And you don't want to stick your whole hand in there with like a half-length spoon or spork and get food all over yourself. So I wanted a longer... Yeah, I'm going to say this. I wanted a longer shaft so that I could get down into the bag.
Man, so many good sex jokes from your...
Sexual innuendos here.
Like, cooking...
My cook system.
Yeah.
You can't word, can you? No.
Thinking about something else right now.
Oh. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah.
You sound like Blue's Clues. Pow, pow, pow.
Yeah, so I did not get a Snow Peak spork. I ended up getting a Toaks. And then I also got another Toaks piece. This is the Toaks 900 milliliter pot. Before getting this piece, I was using a Toaks 1100 milliliter.
Yeah, we had those for the PCT.
And there's so much space in that pot.
Lots.
But it's just so big that I didn't really need that much space. And it's between 4 and 5 ounces, and this 900 milliliter pot is only 3.8. So I'm like, oh, I'll shave 1.5 ounces by downsizing to a smaller pot. And the 900 milliliters is perfect.
Yeah, because everything adds up. And I feel like your cook system, it's pretty lightweight.
It's super lightweight.
Yeah.
And I always use the smaller 8-ounce fuel cans, so it fit inside the pot. I could throw my my camp stove in there, and it was like a nice compact little package.
Very simple and sweet. Toke's, what we have come to find, is the most lightweight and durable cook system types that we have found. Is Toke's, and it's spelled Toaks.
Yeah, not stove, but their pots and their cutlery.
Yeah.
Is all pretty lightweight.
And then, last but not least, the pot cleaner.
The pot scraper.
My favorite.
Before I ever did the Colorado Trail, we went and did like a little shakedown hike.
No, the PCT. You said Colorado Trail.
Well, I meant the Colorado Trail. Before I ever did the Colorado Trail, and before we ever did the PCT.
I'm sorry. Right. That's what I thought you were saying, because we did a shakedown hike for the PCT.
Yeah. We did a shakedown hike in Colorado around the Twin Lakes area. And we actually went to the town or village of Twin Lakes, and there were a bunch of hikers there.
Doing the Colorado Trail.
Doing the Colorado Trail. We're like, hey, to one of these girls outside of the pit privy, of all the gear you have with you, what is like one piece that you just love and would never go without again? And she said a pot scraper. Mm-hmm. And we're like, what the heck is a pot scraper? I guess it's pretty self-explanatory, but we'd never seen one.
It's magic.
It's magical.
If you eat like any sort of anything in your pot, honestly, it scrapes it out, and you just eat whatever scrapes are left
on your scraper.
It's wonderful. Like, potatoes are so easy to clean. Everything's so easy to clean.
Yeah, otherwise, whenever you actually rehydrate and cook foods in your cook pot, it gets so dirty, especially with potatoes.
It's
messy. It's a pain in the ass to clean out.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty fortunate on the CT. I had more dehydrated meals than not. So I was able to just discard the bag and put it in my trash. But whenever we actually have to cook in the pot, that scraper is so valuable.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's environmental friendly, because you're not...
Because otherwise you'd be using a lot of wet wipes or toilet paper to try and clean those things out.
Yeah.
And this you're not.
Yeah. And people say like, oh, you could use the gallon freezer bags. But also that's more plastic.
Yeah.
And so this is definitely, I feel like, the way to go.
I think it is. Because you can just keep reusing it over and over and over. And it only weighs 0.6 ounces. Not even a single ounce.
That's so wonderful.
So what is this for my whole cook system? This is like, what, 6.5 ounces for my stove, my spoon, my pot, and the scraper. It's nothing. It's so lightweight.
6 ounces. That's not even half a pound.
No. And I get hot food and hot coffee with that.
See, it can be done.
It can be done. And to be honest, I think that hot food is a big luxury for me. It's not necessary, but I choose to take a fuel canister and a stove because I just want a hot cup of coffee in the morning. Or after you've been hiking and you've been freezing your ass off and hail, sleet, and snow all day, you want a hot dinner.
Listen, that's the thing is when it's cold outside, you want hot food or hot breakfast, hot coffee. Like that, it just hits the body right.
Can you imagine hiking through the snow or the cold? Think like 25-degree weather for 10 hours. You get in your tent and all you have is cold ramen?
Like, and you're already cold?
That sounds so terrible to me.
Horrible. But I guess some people
do it, but damn.
They suck it up and do it. But okay.
All right, so that's my cook system.
Yeah.
Snow Pea Light Max, Toke spoon, Toke's pot, GSI compact food scraper. I think the next important part to talk about is the sleep system.
Yes, because sleep is very important.
Because without a good night's rest, you have a shitty day of hiking ahead of you.
Yes, that is true.
That's very true. And this is probably the most important part of my sleep system, and this is the mat. I don't care that it weighs 20 ounces. I use the Thermarest X-Therm, and I use a size large. This is the heaviest sleeping pad that they've got because it's also the largest size of the heaviest pad that they have. And I don't care because I don't want my feet to hang off, and I don't want my shoulders to fall off of the side of the pad. Well,
and also, like, it's so comfortable.
Yeah.
It's a very comfortable pad, and it's warm.
It is.
Because it's got a 7.4 R value.
The R value is in the 7s, which is pretty high.
An R value, to explain, for a mat, when you're looking to buy or purchase a mat, you want to look at R value, especially if you're in colder environments.
Yeah.
Because the R value is what creates it's like the heat that you create then absorbs and comes back up. So then it creates heat for you versus feeling the cold underneath you.
Let's see. So the R value of a pad is the level of insulation. And this is pulled from Switchback Travel website. Technically speaking, an R value measures how well an object resists, hence the R, heat.
Oh.
This measurement isn't only used on sleeping pads. It quantifies thermal resistance in windows, housing insulation, and much more.
What?
So the higher the R value, the more heat retention you have. And I know that you've probably seen those little like dimpled foam pads from Nemo.
They're so cute.
Yeah, Nemo and Thermarest and all these other brands. And they have an R value of around 2 or so.
Yeah.
They're a little bit more lightweight than 20 ounces, like this pad is. They're also not thick. They're, a ½ inch thick or so. Low R value. And you're just not going to get as great of a night's rest as you would with the Thermarest.
Yeah, it's true. I'm not keen on Thermarest's customer service for me, but I love their pads so much. I love their mats so much that I keep buying them.
You had a hard time with the customer service.
Yeah, they were bad. You had a great time.
I had a very different experience.
Yeah. I guess it's whoever you get.
So on the PCT, I used the same Xtherm sleeping pad, but it was the older model. And which one did you use?
The whole time.
I used it the whole time. It never popped on me. Never lost air.
I used the yellow one, which is more lightweight.
So you used the Neo Air.
Yeah, I think so.
So
it popped.
So you used the Thermarest Neo Air sleeping pad.
Yes.
And it popped on you. You lost air. You couldn't figure out where it was coming from.
In the Sierras.
Then you went through this whole process.
We messaged them we Garmin messaged a friend to ask them on our social media account to tell them that this happened. And they never got back to us. The thing that was really hard or difficult about all of this is that we were in the Sierras.
Yeah.
And it's cold there. And I have no mat because it's deflated. And so you were kind enough to give me your mat.
Yeah, I gave you my mat and I slept on a foam pad.
Yeah.
Through most of the Sierras.
Yeah. No, it was only the last part.
Like half.
It was the last part.
It was the last half. From Bishop.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, it was the last half.
Yeah.
But anyway, they never got back to us. And then when we asked our friend, because we have no service back there, and then we asked our friend to submit a website thing, for it so that I could potentially get one on the trail. And they sent back this bullshit oh, check on YouTube on how to fix your mat. It was so dumb. They never once said, we're so sorry that happened. You know what? We'll try to get you one on the trail, which most companies do when you're through hiking.
And did for us on the PCT.
Yeah, a lot of companies did. And not Thermarest, though. They never once did that.
Yep. So you ended up having to buy a Nemo sleeping pad, Nemo tensor, and somehow you got a huge slice in it within the first week.
Yes. And Nemo actually came forward and they replaced my mat within a week. They were great. But yes, I had a weird, and then I did end up buying the Xtherm actually that Wesley had. I ended up buying that.
The smaller version,
the regular one. And I loved it. And I've had that one ever since.
Yeah. And in between us hiking the PCT and me starting the Colorado Trail, my Xtherm did start to lose air, I admit. It had a really weird red tint to it because hiking in red sanded areas. So I sent it into Thermarest, and they sent me a funny email. They're like, our tech team is wondering why your mat's so red. And I was like, I hike a lot in the desert and these red sandy areas. And they're like, oh, that makes sense. Next thing I know, they sent me a brand new model. And they didn't even charge you for it, right? Nothing. So this is the new model of these sleeping pads. They're supposed to be quieter, but I haven't noticed a difference in the loudness at all. They're all loud. They're crunchy. It's like a bag of potato chips. But you sleep so well on these pads. I actually told one of our good friends who we met on the PCT Tumbleweed, we mentioned him so much, hey, I use the Xtherm Thermarest sleeping pad, and I love it. And he actually went and bought one, and he loves it now, too. Yeah. He used it whenever we just hiked in the Smokies.
Nice.
Yep. So that was the first part of my sleep system. And the other parts, I'll just go ahead and outline, and then I'll go into detail. It's going to be a sleeping bag, of course, a sleeping bag liner, and then a pillow, because you need a good pillow for a good night's sleep.
Hey!
My sleeping bag, it wasn't a bag. It was actually a quilt. I wanted to give the quilt thing a shot, because I never use the hoods on my sleeping bag.
He does not.
So why carry the extra weight of a hood around if I'm not going to use it? So I tried an Enlightened Equipment. I got a custom quilt made. The Revelation quilt, I got a 10 degree. And for my specific specs, I got a long 950 fill. And I got a wide because I've got pretty wide shoulders. And my bag came out to be about 25.66 ounces. That's super specific. But it was written on a custom tag whenever I received the quilt. So they actually weigh it out for you before they ship it to you.
Which is really thoughtful.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
I appreciated the custom note.
Yeah.
And what was it on? It was on Backpacker Radio, actually. I actually got a discount code. I think it was 15% off. And this is a really cool thing here. I'd already purchased my quilt. And then I listened to the Backpacker Radio episode, got the discount code, reached out to EE, Enlightened Equipment. I was like, hey, I just bought a quilt. It's going to be a couple more weeks before it's even made and shipped. Can I use it and apply it towards what I just paid? They're like, yeah, sure. So they retroactively applied a discount code to a purchase I've already made.
That's pretty sweet of them.
That's pretty sweet of them.
They feel like they're pretty good customer service. I feel like they're very active on social media, and they seem like they really care about through hikers.
One thing I will say about this quilt, you can get different density fabrics, and I got the 7 denier, which is the lightest that they offer. And they even disclaim this whenever you're selecting this type of material, but it's the thinnest. It can tear a little bit more easily, which thank goodness I didn't have any tears. But they also mentioned that you have more frequent down leakage from the 7D material, which I have experienced. It's not excessive, but I'll see little feathers poking out here and there all over the quilt. And I'm okay with that because it's just so lightweight. I think the quilt will probably last me several years.
Yeah, I want one so bad. I haven't got one yet.
It feels so soft and fluffy.
Yeah. Once we do another long through hike, for sure, I want to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I will say that since my quilt was custom, it did take about 6 to 8 weeks to actually get it. So I had to really plan in advance for choosing what I wanted and having it made and shipped. So just keep that in mind if you're going to do a custom quilt. They have plenty of in-stock ones that you can choose from. I didn't actually get this from Enlightened Equipment, but I was really considering it. The Torrid jacket. Oh man.
Yes.
So
we both have been looking at that.
So warmth to weight ratio, from what I have found, this is the warmest thing that you can get. And it's 8-9 ounces, somewhere around in there.
It's very low.
For a down jacket?
For a woman, it's 6 ounces, I think.
Wait, is it down or is it synthetic?
It's synthetic.
It's synthetic, that's right.
Yeah. And for a woman, I think a woman's is 6 or 6.8.
God, that's so light.
It's very light for a very warm jacket.
And it's affordable. I don't know how much, but I remember thinking, oh, wow, I can get that.
Yeah.
So, Enlightened Equipment, they've got some good stuff.
They do. And they care. It sounds like they really do care about their products. And yeah. They're proud of what they do.
And I haven't bought anything from them, but I've heard Katabatic, K-Tabatic.
Never heard of them.
Anyways, they also supposedly have great quilts. That's actually what Quizilla used on his Triple Crown here, was the Katabatic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katabatic.
I'm not trying to sell you on any of this gear, but just trying to help you find
perspective.
The stuff that you might find useful.
Yeah, it's helpful.
So yeah, I had my mat, I had my sleeping quilt, which is 10 degree, and that was perfect for the Colorado Trail for me because it definitely got below freezing some nights out there.
I think if I were being a female, I'd probably get a 0 degree. I hate being cold.
Did you know that women's sleeping bags have more fill than men's? It's a true fact. Mm-hmm. Look it up.
Because women get colder than men.
I know.
We don't have as much testosterone.
I guess.
Anyway.
But one thing that did help me stay warm in my sleeping bag was the sleeping bag liner.
Nice transition.
Even though I'm a man, I don't get as much filling as you do.
I know. Didn't you buy the woman's sleeping bag one time? Not the EE, but another one. Wasn't it REI Magma?
I bought a women's REI Magma sleeping bag.
Because it had more filling.
Yeah.
It's funny.
It's the same price. It's a little bit heavier. I was like, I'd be dumb not to get this one. So I did. My sleeping bag liner, and the purpose of a sleeping bag liner is kind of twofold. One, so that you don't just make your sleeping bag smell up to high heaven and get it filthy.
Imagine.
And two, to add a little bit of extra warmth to your sleep system. So
it's like a sheet.
It's like a sheet. It's like a
cocoon sheet.
A cocoon sheet. It wraps around you. A lot of them will go up to your head, or some even over your head, depending on the size you get. You can get mummy shape. You can get rectangular. I actually prefer the rectangular because I'm a side sleeper and I'm a restless sleeper. Mm-hmm. So I like to move around a lot. And I don't.
Mummy, it's like constricting.
I hate feeling confined like that.
Me too.
So I actually got the Sea Summit cotton silk hybrid sleeping bag liner. It was 4.9 ounces. It wasn't full on silk. Of course, if you get a full 100% silk bag liner, it's going to be lighter, but it's also going to be a heck of a lot more expensive. I used to own one, and I think I paid like $130 for it.
Jeez.
It's rigid. The silk is super rigid, and this cotton silk hybrid had a little bit of give in it, which I appreciated. It didn't really add a whole lot of extra warmth to my sleep system, maybe a few degrees at best, but it's nice to get into like a sheet at the end of the day instead of sleeping in your clothes with just a bag on top of you. And it also prevents your mat from getting crazy stains. Yeah. Which is kind of nice too.
That's true. I mean, imagine how dirty you are out there.
You're filthy.
You're dirty. And like, wet wipes can only go so far.
You're not going to get it all. Not with wet wipes. Now, on the Colorado Trail, I use this one. But on the PCT and a lot of hikes and camping or backpacking trips here in Colorado, I use a different liner. Mm-hmm. And we both use the same one. We both use the same one.
It's a Sea Summit, isn't it?
It's a Sea Summit, but it's a reactor.
It's 14. It adds 14 degrees of warmth to you.
14 Fahrenheit.
Yes.
And
which is a lot.
They have one that goes up to
30, I think.
I think it goes up to a max of 30. This is the one that Tumbleweed had. And it's
amazing.
a full on like red fire engine red fleece bag liner. It weighs well over a pound, but
not ours. Ours is half that. It's like an orange one.
No, ours is red with orange, or it's black with red trim.
I thought it was orange trim.
Red orange trim.
Red orange. Compromise.
Reds and oranges and pinks. Apparently, she thinks I don't see them.
No, we have arguments about this because this is orange, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
This is orange. We agree on this. He has an orange.
I'm wearing a Dragon Ball Z robe
at this moment,
and it's orange, bright orange.
It's bright orange. Yeah, I agree. But I used to have this like rain shell jacket from Arc'teryx, and it was orange.
It was orange pink.
It was orange pink, but you said it was like, what'd you say color it was? I can't. It was completely different than it was. It was like a No, it was orange. It was orange. It was not even orange pink. It was orange.
She can't even remember.
When I first bought it, it was orange. Maybe it turned salmon colored as it faded.
Maybe.
But you said it was like pink, I think.
Yeah.
It was not pink.
At one time.
It's not pink. Pink is like pink. That was not pink. It was orange.
Ah, c'est la vie.
Anyway, okay, finish your sleep system.
The last part of my sleep system was the pillow.
Which is important.
So
I've never found a good pillow.
It's hard to find a good pillow. There are several different types of pillows that you can get for backpacking.
Yeah.
You can get the pillows that is literally just like a little sheet and you fill it with your clothes or your puffy jacket or whatever.
I don't know how people do that.
You can get the inflatable pillows, which is what I used. You can get an inflatable pillow with kind of an insulated and or down layer where you put your head.
Which we have, right? For winter.
We have that. We have a Thermarest one. It's not down. It's synthetic.
Synthetic, yeah.
And then you have these other ones that are full on, I don't know, synthetic fill, like
like the marshmallow pillow.
Big heavy fluffy one.
Not marshmallow. The mushroom pillow.
Yeah, we had a Thermarest pillow with mushroom designs on it. And
it was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool. Mm-hmm. But it was too heavy. So I think the best bang for your buck. Mm-hmm. So the best weight to comfort ratio is going to be the inflatable or the inflatable with that little layer of insulation. I think that the full on like fluffy insulated pillow was too heavy, too much. And the stuffed sack pillows, I don't want to stick my filthy clothes in my pillow at the end of the day.
I mean, who does?
And have to sleep with that.
Who does? I don't want to smell my stench as I'm sleeping.
I mean, people do it.
I mean, I already smell my stench, but I don't want it, like, right up in my nose.
You don't want it in your face.
Okay, so which pillow did you have?
So I got the X-Bed Ultra Pillow. I was using a different pillow on the PCT, and by the time we got to Bishop, which is like middle of the Sierras, I went to one of the gear shops, and I was like, oh, this looks like a cool, fun pillow. It was neon green. I was in a big neon green phase at the time.
You still are. You love your neon green.
I still am. So the color was the first thing that caught my eye. And then I checked out the weight, and I was like, wow, a large version of this pillow is only 2.3 ounces?
Which is nothing.
And the pillow was like $35. It was super affordable. That pillow, I ended up sitting on it, and I popped it, and it ruined it. So don't sit on your pillows if they're inflatable. That was my fault, not the pillow's construction. So I actually got a second one of the same model, just a dark.
That's how much you loved it.
A dark slate gray. So that's a testimony to how much I love this pillow. Mm-hmm. But the dark gray is, you don't see stains or drool stains quite as easily.
Drool stains.
and I want to give this little tip to people.
Oh, yeah.
What I found was super helpful is if you've ever had a buff or a neck gaiter before, if you have one of those with you and you're doing a through hike, stick it on your pillow. It acts as a pillowcase.
Yeah, and you're going to need a pillowcase because you drool on your cute little pillow through the night.
And not only that, but it helps prevent some of that extra slide you get with these pillows.
Yeah.
Because...
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, the sleeping mat that you have is like this weird, smooth, synthetic material.
Yeah.
Your pillow is similar, and it just slides.
Yeah.
At least adding a cotton buff or a polyester buff adds a little bit more friction.
It helps. That's a good point.
Yeah, so that was the sleep system. So the sleeping pad or the sleeping mat, the sleeping bag liner for me, and of course the pillow.
How much weight do you think? I mean, I'm just rough estimating the ounces, but that's like 45, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, probably about 53, 54 ounces? 55 maybe? We don't have to be accurate. I'm just rough estimate. What's 55 divided by 16?
Ooh, let's find out.
Wait, hang on. I got my handy dandy calculator.
Oh, yeah.
Where's my calculator? Oh, there it is.
What is 55 divided by 16? So my sleep system was about 3.5 pounds, just under 3.5.
Which is really, again, not that bad.
If you think about it, you've got 3 big systems that you take with you backpacking, especially on these through hikes. You've got a sleep system, which we just talked about, a cook system, and then you've got your shelter. Like, those are the big 3, and then you carry it all in a backpack. So if you want to make a backpack your 4th big, piece, then you can. But I think it's really important to take whatever you feel most comfortable sleeping in, because you need those good 6 to 8 hours worth of sleep to get a good full day of hiking. And otherwise, you're just going to feel like
exhausted.
Garbage. And you just can't perform as well as you could on a good night's sleep.
No, you're so tired. Okay,
yeah, and I hated being tired.
So that is your sleep system.
Yep. And what did I carry it all in? What was my pack?
What was your pack?
So, my pack was the Ultimate Direction 40-liter fast pack. It was about 24.76 ounces. Based on their website, which is under 2 pounds.
Which is really a big deal for a backpack in the world of hiking, because you cannot find a backpack that's under 2 pounds normally.
Yeah.
It's normally over 2 pounds.
Usually. Our hyperlights
are over 2 pounds.
The PCT were over 2, but they're also 70 liters.
Yeah, they're big.
Which is freaking huge. Yeah.
But what I like about the fast pack, though, is that you can pack a lot in it, but it also feels like a runner pack in the way that it's built. And so if you're an ultralight backpacker, this is a better option, I think.
It is. So what I'll say about this pack, the pros and the cons. It's 40 liters, which is ample space to get everything that you need in there if you're an ultralight backpacker. If you're carrying 30 plus pounds of base weight, there's no way in hell you're going to fit it all in this pack.
You might as well just get something else.
So I would not recommend this for the novice first-time backpacker. This is probably going to need to be for someone who's doing a through hike and who's done their research and they've done plenty of shakedown hikes and they've kind of dialed in what they can and cannot tolerate.
And also want to go faster.
I mean, it's called a fast pack
For
a reason.
Yeah.
Right? And again, this is largely for ultra runners doing 100 to 200 mile races.
Yeah.
Who need to carry a lot of gear with them.
Yeah, I use this pack a lot in, like, whether I'm doing, if we're doing, like, a 2 to 3 day weekend backpacking trip.
In the summer.
Yeah. Or if I'm wanting to do, or in the winter, like I used it recently when we were snowshoeing, and I've got to fit a lot of stuff in the pack.
Like a day pack.
Like a day pack. It's perfect for that, too, because I can put my snowshoes in there. I can put my puffy, my rain shell, my gloves, like everything in it. Yeah.
And since it is catered to runners, if you've ever worn a runner's pack before, you'll notice how many pockets it has. I was able to probably displace at least 2 pounds worth of snacks, my phone, other utilities, stuff like that.
Which I think is really helpful, though.
I think it's helpful for weight displacement.
Well, and also because of snacks. Like, I always want my snacks to be close to accessible where I don't have to take my pack off.
Yeah.
And so I want them to be in a place where I can just pull them out. And so to have them in all these different compartments is so helpful because you can just pull it out.
Yeah.
You know?
And the pack is a roll top, and it does have a zipper going down one of the sides, so you can access stuff from the side instead of just having to dismantle everything, which is extremely helpful. You've got your 2 water bottle pockets on your left and right side, and then you have that back external, it's not mesh, it's like a stretchy material pocket, which I appreciated because I think mesh rips too easily.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, no, I feel that.
Yeah, so I think it was a great option to take out there. Again, with the base weight for me being just over 10 pounds, 5 days food carry was starting to push the max volume on this pack for me. And that's just because I like to eat a lot of food. Some people may not need as much. For me, I was barely able to roll the top over and cinch it all down. But you know what? I made it work. So a lot of great things to say about this pack. Again, it's got a lot of like utility pockets on the front, a lot of space in the back main body. The negative on the pack is that it is made for ultra running. Again, not backpacking. So there's not a hip belt on it.
There is this like specific belt, but it's not like a normal hiking hip belt.
Yeah, I don't call it a hip belt. I call it a waist strap.
A waist strap.
Because for me, it's the strap that goes from the bottom of the pack right over my belly button, and it buckles right in the middle. There are no pockets on it. It's just the belt. So just keep that in mind whenever you're thinking about using a fast pack like this, because the hip belt on a backpack is where a lot of your weight is displaced to your main core.
So your shoulders aren't carrying.
So your shoulders are not carrying the weight.
Yeah.
With this, that's not the case. So a lot of the weight was placed on my shoulders, and then whenever I really cinched the 2 sternum straps and this little waist strap, what I call it, when I got those like cranked down tight, then it kind of alleviated some of that pressure on my shoulders.
Gotcha.
But when I've got 25 pounds worth of gear and food and water on my back,
it was a lot.
It's all on my shoulders, really.
So you felt that.
It could be a lot. So just keep that in mind. But I really appreciated how wide the shoulder and the chest straps were. So that and the fact that those 2 little sternum straps were adjustable.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I could slide them up the whole length of the shoulder straps and kind of figure out what was the best spot to put them for me.
Yeah.
Other stuff, there are little like pockets where you can put your keys and little buckles.
And little zip pockets too.
And the shoulder straps connect at the bottom with a strap to the main body behind you. And I found that there was an excess of material. So I did do a little bit of modification on my pack. I cut some stuff off just to shave a couple ounces. And it was stuff that I didn't need. But that's okay because, again, it's not catered to thru hikers. But I felt like I could use it for a thru hike easily. I just wanted to change a few things for my own personal preference.
Yeah. And what's also cool is, and I know you don't have these, but I do. But I have the poles that will...
Z-poles.
The Z-poles, which they break down.
Yeah.
And the UD actually has spaces in the front where you can attach the poles to your front if you break them down, which is really cool. Because if I don't feel like if we're doing a massive downhill and I don't feel like having my poles anymore, I can just break them down and put them in these pockets.
Yep.
And if I need them back again for a climb, I can pull them back out very easily. So they did think about accessibility for that.
Heck yeah. And those shoulder straps have built-in water bottle holsters, which is amazing. So you don't have to go and buy a $20, $30 holster to attach to your pack. It's already on it.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which is great.
Yeah.
So for me, I would highly condone the use of a UD Fast Pack on a through hike.
Especially if you're someone that's lightweight.
Especially if you're someone that's lightweight.
Or ultralight. Yeah.
I will say this. I think it is a summer backpack.
You don't think it's a winter?
I don't think it's a winter backpack because it's just not, it doesn't have enough volume. It's not to say anything negative about the fit or anything. It's just not big enough.
Yeah.
Because whenever we go out here in Colorado, we're taking a sleeping bag that would fill up over half of this pack.
It's like 4 pounds.
Just by itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just a huge... Everything in winter is bigger. Because it requires more insulation. Everything is bigger. Even the animals you encounter.
Their fur is huge.
That's kind of funny.
That is funny, but it's true.
Yeah. So I would definitely use this fast pack on another through hike. Another summer through hike.
Yeah. Somewhere where we're not having to encounter like an ice axe and crampons in the snow doing passes. Like that kind of thing. Like if we had had these on the PCT, we would have switched them out after the Sierras and used them the rest of the way kind of thing. Yeah. And
that's not to say you can't do that and you can't use it, but we just like our creature comforts, y'all.
We like our -40 sleeping bags.
Yeah. And before I was ever given this pack from UD, I was talking to Dandy Packs. And I was going to see about getting a pack made with them. It didn't work out, but Dandy Packs also seems like a great option for lighter weight backpacks for these like late spring, summer, fall hikes. For bigger volume backpacks, I really just love Hyperlite. We've got those Hyperlite Southwest packs that we used the entire PCT.
Yeah, and they work great.
We fit everything in those suckers. And it was the 4400 model, so it was a big one. It was the big one, but we also use them in Colorado now in the winter. We still use them. Like when we're doing a 2 to 3 day winter backpacking trip, we use our Hyperlites, and we still have them after using them on the PCT for 6. I mean, they're very durable backpacks, So that was the backpack. Some people may think that's the most important piece of all of your gear loadout. I don't think it's the most important because even if I have a crappy backpack, I still want to be able to sleep at the end of the day. But I lucked out and had a great backpack experience on the CT. I don't know. I think backpack's pretty important because for me, it created a lot. Like if the backpack doesn't sit right, it creates a lot of aches and pains at night that hurt that might not be necessary if I, That's true. Yeah. I think a backpack's important in that way. Like getting it fitted correctly to your body, I think is important. What do you think is the most important piece of gear you take out with you on a thru hike? I think it's the shoes. That's a very complicated answer. Can I think about it and get back to you? Yes. Okay. I've thought about this already. I have not. So I will tell you my top 3 in order. I think the shoes. Okay. And then I think the backpack. And then I think the sleeping bag. I mean, shoes I can see, but remember that guy that hiked barefoot for... How long did he hike barefoot for? I don't know, because I'm not about that life. Me either. Nope. Shoes is very important, you're right. So I'll give you time to think about that. Yeah, let me think about it. We'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Yeah. So for me, shoes, backpack, sleeping bag. Yes. And then if I had to go number 4, I would say tent. Yeah. Shelter. Yep, I would say shelter. Another really important piece that you might not think about if you don't do a lot of thru hiking is your water filtration system. Water is very important. Water is life. Water is life. I know. For us, we are big fans of the Sawyer squeeze. We don't like the mini. We like the regular size. What is that? The 28 millimeter head? I believe so. I don't know. Yeah, it's 28 millimeter because it fits the Canuck bladder that we use, and it also fits the Smart Water mouth. Yeah, that's all I know is it fits a Smart Water bottle. The 1 liters, yeah. So we do use that really traditional Sawyer squeeze. It's about 2.5 ounces. So we love the Sawyer filters, but we just do not like the Sawyer bags that it comes with.
They just kind of, it's hard to take on a through hike. Because they do kind of pop holes easily.
Yeah, and they're really rigid and hard to fill with water. Mm-hmm. So we found we call it the Seanock, but it's technically pronounced the Canuck. It's, what is it, like a polyurethane bladder. We use the 2 or 3 liters, and we've always found that it works great. It's got a small 28 millimeter spout at the bottom and a big opening at top. So you can easily fill it with water.
And the coolest thing about the Sawyer squeezes that I think we started finally doing later on the hike in the PCT was that if we were having lunch or dinner or whatnot, you can hang the Canuck and connect the Sawyer squeeze filter and put it, connect it to a smart water bottle and just let it go.
It's called a gravity filter system.
Yeah, so you don't have to do it yourself, which is nice.
Yep, all you have to do is make sure that your water bottle isn't completely airtight because it needs a little bit of a burp. It needs a little bit of a burp so that it can get some air in there and still filter into the water bottle.
But I think it's the most efficient system.
I think so.
Out there.
We would rig it to our packs or just carry it and just gravity hang while we're hiking.
I did not.
It's so amazing. Loved it on the Colorado Trail. Next piece of equipment before I get into clothing, which is a bigger part, is a knife, because I think everybody needs a good old-fashioned knife when they're going into the backcountry, be it for protection or for cutting some rope or whatever, popping a blister. I actually love the Opinels because they're so lightweight. So
they are very lightweight.
If you've never seen an Opinel, it's a French-made knife. They fold into the handle, and they've got like a twist locking system at the neck. And they're just great, sharp, lightweight knives. Mine was 1.2 ounces. It was a 6-inch knife total. I guess about half of that was the length of the blade, but it's just a great little knife. I never had any issues with it. I'm starting to collect these knives. I've got 4 total right now.
When we were in France, he bought one. It was adorable.
Yeah. So I highly endorse the use of Opinel knives.
Yeah, very lightweight.
And, man, they're so affordable. They're like $15 to $20.
Yeah.
I'm sure that these bench-made knives that you can get at REI are really high quality, but they're several $100s, and I'm not about to pay that for a pocket knife.
No. And also, you want to pay for something that's lightweight and durable.
Yeah, and I feel like the Opinels have it.
And they're sharp.
Yeah. Go French made!
Get it.
Now, the next part, the clothing.
Importante.
And specifically, these are my outer layers, so this is not like everything that I wore. I want to talk to you about my heavy jacket, my wind shell, and then my raincoat. My jacket was the Ultimate Direction Ventro jacket. It's about 13 ounces. It's not the lightest jacket on the market, but honestly, I wouldn't have taken a different jacket with me on the Colorado Trail, because this one, it has all the components that I love. And I didn't even know that I loved one of these things until I had it. But it has a hood, which I need on all of my jackets and all of my outer layers. Mm-hmm. And about midways down the forearm, the jacket changes from, I don't even know what the material is, but it changes from a harder material to fleece. So midways down the forearm, it goes to fleece to the cuff of the wrist. And it's got a little flap that'll fold over your fingers in case your hands get cold. So it's got like a built-in glove.
A little glove.
Which is amazing.
It's really cute.
And it's a sexy jacket.
It is.
Black, silver, and white.
Yeah, it is. And how much does it weigh?
It's about 13 ounces.
So it's less than a pound.
It's less than a pound. That Enlightened Equipment Tory jacket would have been about 5 ounces lighter. But I don't know if it would have been as comfortable, to be honest with you.
Really?
Never having worn it, I am actually a huge fan of this UD Ventro jacket.
I know, he wears it all the time.
I still wear it all the time. I actually wore it to the East Coast when we went for our holidays.
He sure did.
And I just feel cozy in my fleece when I'm at camp at night. So I love that factor. The UD Ventro wind shield is the little wind jacket that they have. It's under 3 ounces, which is nothing. It almost feels like a piece of paper when you're holding it in your hand.
It really does.
But it's a really stylish looking piece that you can put on over your other layers. And it just...
Blue and gray.
Blue and gray, and it just keeps the wind down.
Yeah, it's pretty.
There's not a hood on it, which I wish it had a hood, but the fact that it didn't is okay, because it did what it needed to do.
Yeah.
And I actually fit it into my shorts pockets a few
Did
times.
you?
Yeah.
It's so tight. Like, you can pack it really well.
You can pack it really well. It compresses small. You know what else compresses small?
What? The Rab Phantom.
The Rab Phantom.
I want that so bad, but just have not yet.
So UD does offer a raincoat. I wasn't fortunate enough to get one of those, but I did find this Rab Phantom. So this is a pullover raincoat. That's the one thing I didn't like about it, is that it's a pullover. So it's a half zip. It doesn't unzip all the way to your waist. It stops around your sternum. This is the lightest raincoat that I've ever found in the market. This rain shell is 3.53 ounces.
It's so light.
It's crazy.
Here's my question. When you were out there in the rain, did you get wet though?
No. I'll say I got the usual wet that happens whenever you're wearing a raincoat.
Okay.
So your hands get wet.
Right.
And eventually that'll start to ride up your sleeve.
Right. But not on your, on you. Like, it didn't get into your clothes.
My core was dry.
Okay.
My shoulders were dry. The only thing that got a little wet, other than right around my cuffs, was around my neck from whenever the rain would blow in.
Okay.
Other than that, it stayed dry. It dried quickly.
And it packs so tiny.
It packs down to about the size of a hamburger bun, maybe smaller.
No, smaller than that.
Maybe a little smaller.
It's like the size of a mini, like one of the mini Crystal hamburgers.
A Crystal hamburger.
Yes.
Or a Twinkie.
Bigger than a Twinkie.
Bigger than a Twinkie, about the size of a Crystal. if you can picture that in your head. But yeah, it was 3.5 ounces, y'all, for a raincoat.
That's insane.
Before that, we used the Outdoor Research, what is it called? The Helium.
Yeah.
Which is great, but
it was okay. It's not my favorite.
it's about twice the weight. It's not the most comfortable raincoat.
It's not my favorite.
So, the Rab Phantom, huge advocate of that.
I'm going to get one of those at some point.
We will get you one.
Yes.
Next is my, let's see here. I could keep going into clothing, actually. Another piece of clothing I wanted to talk about is also from Ultimate Direction. There's so much UD stuff going around here.
Dude, but listen, we are ultra runners, and thus they
provide.
It works for us.
I know. We resonate with them.
Resonate with them, yeah.
But these are the Ultimate Direction flip gloves. So the gloves themselves are fleece, but they have a little waterproof mitt that stuffs into the top of the cuff, and you can fold it over your hands.
That's amazing.
Which is amazing. The mitt is better for adding additional warmth than waterproofness, unless you're in snow. Because the mitt doesn't cover the entire hand, but neither do any of the other waterproof mitt flip gloves like this from any other manufacturer.
Yeah.
So I think that it added a lot of extra warmth for me, especially when I was in those cold San Juan nights. I would wear these gloves and
It would get cold
pull the
out
mitt
there.
over. Yeah. I love these gloves. They're lightweight at 2.22 ounces for the pair.
Which is amazing.
Which is nothing. They're extremely warm. I only had to use that waterproof mitt a few times to add a few extra degrees of insulation. But other than that, I just used the glove as is. All these UD pieces, they look sexy. They look so good.
They do. They're grays and blues and blacks and...
Yeah.
The Fast Pack's the only one I'm like, I wish they had this in a blue.
Because it's green?
I wish it were a blue or a black.
So definitely would get these gloves again if I blew through this pair. And I just have to say that when I put all this UD stuff on out in the backcountry, even though I didn't have a mirror, I was like, damn, I know I look sexy right now.
You looked good.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And it all matches. It color coordinates. It does.
It does.
I feel like their color schemes are black and blue and gray.
It does, yeah.
And I like it.
Color coordinates very well.
Let's see. What is next on our list?
Shorts. You should talk about the shorts and the sun shirt.
I'll talk about the sun shirt and the shorts.
The sun shirt.
So the sun shirt.
Well.
I was shocked by this because I'll give you your kudos, I promise.
I'm the one who started this sun shirt.
So I was doing research. On the PCT, we both wore Jolly Gear shirts, which were great.
They were great.
However, they are around 8 to 9 ounces, so a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
So I was trying to find something lighter. I found a Mountain Hardware for about 4 ounces or so. Ordered it. It was okay. I couldn't get the stink out of the pits after wearing it for a weekend.
Yeah, that's the big thing about hoodies. It's hard to find.
Yeah, I couldn't get the stank out of the armpits. And as a through hiker, you stink.
You stink. And you want to find something where it doesn't smell like every time you put that on after you've washed it, it stinks all the time.
Yeah. And this Mountain Hardwear did. Sorry.
And so did the Jolly Gear by the end.
The Jolly Gear kind of did by the end, and it got sun bleached. No hate on Jolly Gear, because I still have that shirt, and I would still wear it.
Same, 100%. But I wanted something that was more lightweight, I think,
so,
and that would dry faster.
Yeah, and we found that.
We did!
Because we were traipsing around downtown Leadville, Colorado.
Which is where, if you know, Melanzana comes from.
Which we've never bought a Melly.
We won't.
However, we did stumble into this other store on one of the corners.
Yes, it was so cute.
It was called Galena. Galena.
Galena Mountain Project.
And what did you find?
I've been looking for a sun hoodie. And I stumble upon these sun hoodies, and they feel so soft. And they're super lightweight, and it was my favorite color. It was like a blue-green color.
Yeah.
And I freaked out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I found it. And I put it on. It fit perfectly, and the hoodie's great. And it has this... And also, the biggest thing for me as a female is that a lot of sun hoodies are made for men, I feel like. And so they don't put into consideration, even the female sun hoodies, they don't put into consideration the neck.
Mm-hmm.
And so you feel like you're choking a lot of times. Not the Jolly Gear, because it was a button-up, but a lot of the other ones, they just do not design them well for a female. I feel like you feel like you're choking. It's not very flattering either. And so when I found this, it has a lot of breathing room in the neck. I was super excited. And so I was like, I am getting it 100%. And then Wesley is feeling the one I have on. He's like, whoa, that feels amazing. Come to find out, it's bamboo.
I was feeling her up.
Yeah, you were. And come to find out, it was bamboo.
Yeah.
The guy who makes them, they really care about, there's a lot of love put into these hoodies. It's a small company. And so the bamboo is to help with the sweat and the stink.
The sweat and the stink especially.
Yeah.
And it's sun protection for 30 or 50 SPF.
Yeah, I think it's 50.
I think it's 50. But either way, these are by far the most comfortable sun shirts that we've ever worn.
Mm-hmm. And they're really cute.
The hood is awesome. They've got little thumb loops in case it's a colder morning.
Mm-hmm.
They've got the I'll just call it the badass Galena logo on the back of it, because I think their logo is so cool.
It is.
And I've actually bought gotten one of their hats, and we both have the same hat. It's kind of a Hawaiian floral style, and we love it.
We seem to get all of the same things.
I know. We need to quit matching. But I really love this because it's a smaller local company. It's not a big corporation. And I think it's the most comfortable sun shirt that I've ever worn.
I agree, actually. And the other thing about it too is it's got a cooling factor to it. So they dry really fast.
Yes.
And they have a cooling factor inside of the hoodie. It feels cool on your skin. It's so fascinating. So especially in the sun, it's it feels very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, I wore it over the whole CT, and I've worn it since. And the only hole that I've gotten in this shirt was when I tried to open a beer bottle with it. Yeah, that was my fault.
When did you get that?
When we were at Bradley's in Georgia.
It was in Georgia this last time? That's when you got a hole in it?
Just a week and a half ago. That's my first hole.
I did not realize that.
Yep.
Oh. I mean, you definitely have stained that shirt with all the salt.
It's pretty heavily stained, but that's also because I got a light gray.
Yeah.
And they have different colors. They have all kinds of different jackets and layers that you can get.
Yeah, you guys should check them out.
So check it out.
I'm passionate about Galena Mountain Projects.
Absolutely putting a link to their website in the show notes, so check that out.
They're really cool.
Lots of links in this episode. To continue with clothes, Ultimate Direction Jason, I can never say this last name right, Schlarb shorts.
Schlarb.
SCHLARB. Jason Schlarb shorts. But these are special shorts in my opinion.
Oh, I want these shorts so bad.
I've had a lot of shorts. I went through 3 different styles on the PCT. From chicken legs to La Sportiva to Brooks.
To Brooks.
Yep, I've tried it all. And when I finally got these, I realized that this was the money. This was the ticket.
Very comfortable.
Because it's a 5-inch inseam, which I usually don't go for. However, they're split on the outside. They're baggy and they're loose and they breathe and they dry quickly. On the inside of the bottom of the legs, they have like a little silicone band, so it helps it from riding up. And this is my favorite part of these shorts. They have a 360 degrees all around your waist pocket.
His kangaroo pouch.
I called it my kangaroo pouch because I would stuff so much shit in this pouch. I would stuff my wind shell, my rain jacket. I would put my knife. I would put snacks in there. I would even put my sunscreen in this little pocket.
It's like magical shorts.
Because you know what? It takes off of that base weight,
Does.
displaces the weight, and it's like right there. It's so accessible.
I mean, those shorts look so comfortable. I really want some.
They're the most comfortable shorts that I've ever worn.
That's amazing.
And they've got
And they look good too. The cut does.
Yeah, they've got a brief liner. It's not the boxer brief, so it's not the full like thigh length. So it stops at the crotch, but that's okay for me.
Yeah.
Because these are so comfortable.
Yeah.
Get yourself some darn Jason Schlub shorts.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself. Whoa, that was a lot of UD/Ultimate Direction gear. I am not going to lie. But what can I say? I'm a huge fan of their products. And hopefully you can try some stuff out from Ultimate Direction as well. Because they've given us a 25% off discount code. That's 25% off. That's a quarter of your whole purchase price right there. I think it's a great bargain. That code is Yeti Podcast 25. So to spell that out, it's YETIPODCAST and then the numbers 25. Yeti Podcast 25. And to the shorts, you always need a good pair of night clothes because you don't want to sleep in the same clothes you've been sweating in all day.
True.
So I actually took an old pair of shorts that I had with me on the Colorado Trail or on the PCT. And these are just the La Sportiva Ostrich shorts. I won't go into detail about them. 3.5 ounces, green, nice, comfortable, and they work great as my camp and town shorts. And then I also had a camp/town wrap shirt.
It's super lightweight.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of it, but it was less than 3 ounces. So always keep yourself a nice pair of town clothes or something to at least sleep in that you can change into.
Yeah, it's true. Because you got to do your laundry at some point. What are you going to wear?
It's a big luxury.
Yeah. But I mean, that was under, like, you're looking at what, 6 or 7 ounces? It's not even, again.
For my sleep clothes?
Half a pound, yeah.
Yeah, it's about 6 ounces for my sleep clothes. I am a huge advocate of Darn Tough socks. I swear by them.
Loves them.
Swear.
I don't.
Swear by them.
I don't. But that's me. You love them.
You do get blisters whenever you wear Darn Toughs.
I don't like them.
But I don't care because I love the sock and I just tough through the blisters. And once I get through my blister phase, the blisters stop.
And the Darn Tough customer service, they love you.
It is badass, y'all.
They love you.
So
They probably know you by name.
yeah. If you don't know anything about the Darn Tough warranty, if you wear a hole in any Darn Tough socks, if they see that you've cut a hole or something that isn't a wear and tear hole or issue with the sock, then they won't replace it. But if it's a wear and tear problem, they'll replace that sock for you.
They will.
They will replace it. And if you're hiking on a through hike, message their Instagram and they'll shoot you a new pair to the next town you're going to hike to.
Up to a number.
Up to a number of 3. They only allotted me 3 of these.
Because they cut Wesley off.
They capped me.
They were like, you have to now go through the website.
But you can also find a retailer that sells Darn Tough socks, and some of them will still honor this turn-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, this trade-in.
Mm-hmm. So I did an ultra race back in 2018. It was 65 miles, and I got really bad blisters starting at mile like 30. So imagine going 35 more miles with blisters that kept getting worse and worse to the point where they like wreaked havoc on my feet. I couldn't walk for like 3 days. So ever since then I had trauma with blisters, and I was trying to problem solve before I did the PCT. How do I not get blisters? Because I'm so scared of getting blisters. And I found Right Socks. And Right Socks, genuinely, now they do wear out. The con of them is that they do wear out pretty fast. They probably only last 100 to 200 miles.
Yeah, but you have bear claw toenails. That doesn't count. You always wear holes in these socks in the toes.
Sometimes it was not just in the toes. Sometimes it was in like the front pad right here. See, like right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the front pad.
So it's a double layered sock.
It's a double layered sock. And for the entire time I used them, so I used them for the first 750 miles, I did not get one blister.
Yeah.
It was fascinating. I was like, wow. And I swear by them. I have not gotten a blister with any of the socks they have, ever.
WRIGHT socks?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yep.
They're amazing. I swear by them. I will always swear by them. Yeah.
You know, other people, they'll wear the Injinji liner toe socks.
I hate Injinjis. Hate them.
Neither one of us are about those.
I can't do toe socks.
So you're not going to get Injinji support from us.
Nope.
You'll get Right Sock or Darn Tough.
Yeah.
To wrap up the clothes real quick, always use sun gloves to protect your hands unless you're going to keep your hands coated in sunscreen. I like to use the Outdoor Research, the Active Ice sun gloves. It's like a mid-finger length cut off sun glove, and you can get them in different colors, but if you go to REI, you're only going to find them in like this really light gray.
Those are the only ones we've really ever used.
Yep. We found a few other knockoff brands on the
Yeah.
PCT, but nah. I continue to buy these, use them on the CT.
They're great.
Love them. Lone Peaks, I'm not a Hoka person. I will always swear by
shoes?
Lone Peaks. Yes. Yep.
For those of you who don't know Shoe World,
Oh,
which is
yes.
important.
I just assumed people would know Lone Peak and Hokas, but I shouldn't assume. Shoes, I will always use Ultra Lone Peaks.
They're amazing. Their toe box is wide, probably the widest you can get in the shoe industry.
Yeah.
They don't last. The con of the shoe is they don't last past probably 500 miles.
They're trail runners. You get between 400 to 500 miles out of these
and then they
suckers.
start blowing out. But they're
Yep.
so comfortable.
So comfortable. If you do a 6-month hike, you'll probably go through 4 to 5 pair.
We did.
We definitely did on the PCT. I used the same pair through the entire Colorado Trail, and I still have them. They're pretty...
They've got holes in them.
They're toe up from the flow up.
Yeah.
But I have the Lone Peak 7s. I think the models before the 7 were better, in my opinion.
Yeah.
The 7s are cut more narrow, and they've already got a Lone Peak 8 out now, which I have no idea how that fits.
I have a lot of feelings about all of these newer Lone Peaks.
Yeah, but an average pair of Lone Peaks is going to hit you about 11 ounces, so not too terribly heavy. It's definitely not as heavy as a pair of hiking boots.
And they dry really fast, which is really nice.
That's a huge benefit. And you can pull out
Yeah.
the soles and dry that out too, so it's the whole thing.
Yeah, but they're not very insulated, so if you're going to be going through snow,
Yeah,
take some like sealskin socks is what I would say.
bingo. Last two pieces of clothing. A good hat is always a great thing to have with you. I had a La Sportiva hat. It's a trucker style. It actually looked like the mystery machine from Scooby-Doo.
He did.
Neon green, blue, and like a
it's
yellow.
got so much sweat on that thing now. It looks disgusting.
I had retired the hat after the Pacific Crest Trail, but I brought it back
was
out
so
of
bad.
retirement
It
for
was
the
disgusting.
CT.
I don't even know why. It was disgusting.
I love the hat so
It's
much.
so gross. It was like stained sweat.
1 ounce La Sportiva trucker hat.
Stained sweat.
Love it. And then the last thing is also sun protection. A good pair of sunglasses, y'all.
Oh yeah.
We have another friend who hiked the CDT this year, and they got sun blindness because they didn't have sunglasses with them.
Snow blindness.
Snow blindness. So I think a good pair of sunglasses should be a staple to your hiking outfit.
100%, yeah.
I've always worn native glasses, except for when I had to replace them on the PCT.
And I just wear any $5 glasses you can find at a gas station.
Because you lose them and scratch them up to high heaven. So if you're careful with your sunglasses, native is a great way to go.
A gray wood.
Blah, blah, blah. It's a great way to go. If you're like Basecamp and you always lose them or scratch them,
Just get some
the hell up.
$5 gas station sunglasses.
Gas station or dollar store
Who cares?
sunglasses. I know everyone is itching to hear about electronics, but I want to talk
Really?
about the shelter system first and a few miscellaneous items. For the shelter system, this is super important stuff, y'all. So you got a tent. Some people like to cowboy camp, but I think you can't always cowboy camp because it does rain. It does snow.
I mean, I know. I don't understand. If you're cowboy camping, I mean, everybody has a tarp then. Like, they've got something.
You got to
They've
have
got shelter.
some type of cover with
Yeah.
you. On the Colorado Trail, it looked very different than when we hiked the PCT together.
Yeah.
So I took And I got to give a shout out to Nemo for this.
Yeah, they hooked us up.
On the PCT, we hiked with a Nemo Dagger 3-person.
Yeah.
It's like the Taj Mahal of tents.
Oh, it was amazing. Oh, I missed that tent.
We blew out the zippers. We had an issue at first with contacting their customer support. Eventually, they reached out and like, hey, we'll just give you a new tent. And so
And they did.
They gave us a new tent. So it was the Hornet Elite 2-person Osmo. This is their top of the line, ultralight freestanding tent.
It's nice.
It's super nice.
I wouldn't recommend 2 people actually sleeping in there because we did, and it was very crowded.
Rule of thumb, if a tent says it's for 2 people, it's meant for 1. If it's meant for 3 people, it's meant for 2.
So what about 1 person?
A very
cocooned?
skinny individual.
Could just cocoon.
Cocooned. So yeah, always -1 for the sizing of a tent. But it is a freestander. It's not like open and wide until you guy it out. But effectively, it can be a freestanding tent. Mm-hmm. It's 2 layered, so double walled, which is amazing. It helps with condensation issues.
Yeah. It's a nice, and it's sleek looking. It's sexy looking.
It's sleek. I had plenty of room for just me inside that tent. I felt protected. They also were kind enough to send over some air pins. So Nema makes these very special air pins.
They're nice.
For a set of 8. So they come in packs of 4. So for 2 packs, totals 8, which is all you need to guy out the Elite 2P. It was 1.4 ounces, y'all. 1.4 ounces.
And you didn't tell how many ounces the tent was.
29 ounces.
Which is like
just
not
under
even
2 pounds.
It's not even 2 pounds.
Just under 2 pounds for a freestanding tent. That's hard to find. I love that it was 2 pieces because it allowed me to dry it. If my actual tent wasn't wet and the fly was, I could just stick the fly on the outside of my pack and it was fine.
That's nice.
Never had an issue with the zippers. And I always put my tent on top of Tyvek.
Y'all, this is a secret to through hiking that no one knows unless you know.
I used to put a footprint on all my tents. I would go the extra mile and buy the heavy ass footprints.
Don't do it.
They were custom made for the tents, but don't do it.
But guess what you can do?
Get some freaking shrink wrap or Tyvek to
Tyvek.
put underneath your tent.
Tyvek is what you find in construction.
It's on the outside of walls.
You can even ask, if you see someone doing construction, you can just go over there and ask the construction guys, hey, could I have just a little bit of your Tyvek? Because they're going to throw it away.
Multifunctional people.
Yeah.
So it acts as a footprint. Mm-hmm. I also use my Tyvek whenever I wanted to sit down for lunch. I didn't want to sit down on like wet dirt, or I just wanted something to sit on. And when I got dumped on with rain in the middle of the day, I'd pull out my Tyvek and use it as like a little rain shell.
It's great. It's multifunctional. It's either free if you can find a construction site, or you can order it from like, where do we do it? It was 6 Moon Designs, I think, for $10.
I think it was 6 Moon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get yourself some Tyvek.
It's amazing.
Don't go the footprint route.
Or don't not get something.
Look. Listen to people who have done this.
Get Tyvek.
I'm not trash talking REI, but if you go and talk to an REI rep, they're probably going to tell you to get the footprint. Don't do that.
Don't listen to them.
And don't get the damn leather hiking boots. Get the trail runners.
It drives me crazy. They don't know. You know what? Next time I'm going to pull over on Swanson. Next time we're in REI.
I know more than you.
I know more than you. And then just walk away.
Oh my God. So a few miscellaneous things before electronics, and then I promise we'll be done with all this. It'll be
a lot of gear.
It'll be way easier whenever you just look at it yourself and check out the hyperlinks. What good gear loadout is it complete without a trowel?
I mean, you could always use a rock.
You could use a rock or a stick.
But no, we used our trowel a lot.
But we use the Deuce 2.
Is what it's called.
Yeah, you can get it at REI, the Deuce 2. It'll set you back 0.6 ounces, so less than an ounce.
Yeah, I mean, we used it on the PCT too, so clearly you're using it again. It was great.
Sucker lasted.
Yeah, it's still lasting.
Right?
Yeah.
I would also say to keep some miscellaneous first aid items and maybe some gear patch tape with you.
Yeah, gear patch actually is like, or gear tape.
Yeah, gear tape.
Clutch on the trail.
It's clutch. So what I did is I had a little Ziploc bag with like 1 or 2 little strips of rock tape, just in case I got some blisters or really needed it.
Rock tape, yeah.
Yep, whatever you need. A few Band-Aids, some antibiotic ointment, some gear patch tape, and I actually have this waterproof black tape that you can use to seal stuff up with, and I've actually sealed my Hyperlite up with it when I've gotten a few holes in it.
Yeah.
So just quick repair stuff and a little bit of first aid, whatever you think you might need. You don't necessarily.
You
I don't
don't
want to say you absolutely need a first aid kit, but you need first aid items.
You need items,
not necessarily a whole kit.
If you've gashed out your leg,
no, you're gonna need to use a tourniquet.
You're gonna need an SOS button.
An SOS button for that one. And the last non-electronic item that I wanted to talk about just real quick was my trekking poles. So on the PCT, I used my Black Diamond carbon cork-handled trekking poles the entire trail. And then I took them into Europe whenever we hiked the Tour de Mont Blanc.
Oh, yeah.
And I was devastated when on the third or fourth day of the TMB, the Tour de Mont Blanc,
it cracked.
My carbon poles split. It just broke. It didn't
cracked.
bend. It just split in half. And whenever that happened, I swore to myself I would stop getting carbon poles. Because carbon breaks, aluminum bends. Just remember that.
I like my carbon poles. I still have my carbon poles.
I know you do.
I've had them for the last 3.5 years.
I just love my aluminum poles now. They're a little bit heavier.
That's great.
So that's a trade-off. But I got the Black Diamond Pursuit size medium/large trekking poles. They're red and black. They're pretty heavy at 17.6 ounces.
So you never carry yours.
But I always have them in my hands anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You like your trekking poles.
And in the past, I've cut the wrist straps off of trekking poles, but I left them on this, and I was so glad I did, because I would get a stick, and I would use both of my trekking poles and make a gravity hang for my water filter.
Yeah, that was smart.
So leave your wrist straps on. Just saying.
Oh, no, I don't have any wrist straps on mine.
I've got mine, so we're good.
Oh. What if I'm by myself?
You've got me.
What if I'm by myself?
You can improvise.
Just use a tree.
Okay, I lied. There's one other item that's not electronic.
He has still so many more.
A pack cover. You can use this like a backpack liner.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like a grocery bag type thing. Or you can get a pack cover that goes on the outside of your backpack.
Yes.
Which is what I use. Sea to Summit, Ultra Seal pack cover. Use the size small. It fit a 40-liter pack. It's 3 ounces. Enough said.
Yes. I also think it's important to talk about the Garmin.
Oh, yeah. The Garmin.
I think a Garmin's very important.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be in the electronics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I totally skipped ahead.
She skipped ahead of me, y'all.
I apologize.
So all my electronics I shoved into a 1.1 ounce Gossamer hip belt pocket that I used as a fanny pack. I made that shit work. Okay?
He did. I was so impressed. I was like, there's no way you're going to fit all this in there.
I ran it through my sternum straps.
Sure enough.
And it just kind of bounced on my chest the entire CT, and it worked. But you know what? This is everything that I had shoved in that little 1.1 ounce hip belt pocket. Yeah. So I had a 12.6 ounce Anker power bank in there.
Which still we swear by.
Which I still swear by. This is a 20,100 milliamp power bank.
And we took that on the PCT.
And I love this thing. I took it on the PCT and I still use it.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, I bought a Nightcore NB 10,000 Gen 2 power bank. It weighs half of my Anker at 5.3 ounces. I got maybe 2 good charges on my iPhone out of this thing.
Yeah, I told him, I was like, that's a bad idea.
I know that a lot of other hikers swear by the Nightcore power banks, but I strongly disliked it, and I'm actually trying to sell it because I'll never use it.
Yeah. So if you want one, there you go.
Go with the Anker. Other electronics, I'm so glad that I had these, but I had the Shocks Open Run headphones. So they're the ones that wrap around the back of your head and over your ears. I got the Open Run ones because they're waterproof, whereas the more expensive ones are not.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Why are the cheaper ones waterproof?
I don't know.
That's weird.
Less sound quality, but waterproof? I don't know.
Weird.
So the Shocks Open Runs, and they're only 0.9 ounces. I could listen to stuff an entire day and still have charge on them. And they take no battery power to charge back up.
And also you don't put them directly in your ears, so you can still technically hear.
Yeah, that's a huge talking point.
Weird.
Because on the PCT, if you had been listening to music with your headphones in, you'd have been bitten by a rattlesnake.
A rattlesnake, because me personally, yes. If I had my headphones in, I would have been bitten by a rattlesnake, and it would have happened.
And I thought about that whenever I was looking for headphones for the CT. Because there's still a chance for rattlesnakes.
Well, and you got bears, you got moose, you got mountain lions, you got bikers.
And so these Shocks Open Runs, they sit just above your ear opening.
Yeah.
So you can still hear everything that's going on around you, but you get this like sound induction from the headphones to listen to a book or music.
Yeah. Which I think maybe next time on a trail, maybe I'll consider them.
Yep.
Maybe.
I
don't know. I don't like it. I think it's weird that you can hear it through your boat. I don't know.
It vibrates weird.
Yeah,
it does. Next. You need a good charger in your Loadout. I got a Nightcore quick charging. It's a quick charging 3 is what it was called. Anyways, so it's an adapter that fits into a socket in a wall, and it charges stuff faster than a normal plug-in. It's 1.6 ounces, like $10 at Nightcore. I think it's definitely worth it. I actually spoke to the Nightcore customer service, and they're like, yeah, you should definitely go with that. So I
charged it a lot faster.
Yeah, it would charge everything probably about twice as fast.
Wow.
Which I was impressed by.
That's amazing.
And then you always need all your cables to charge all your things. So USB-C, USB, or your Apple. We actually have some Garmin products with like very specialized chargers. So take whatever you need to charge your junk.
We fancy.
My headlamp on the PCT, we used a Petzl. And that fucker would, it would light up the landscape.
Love.
But it did not have a red light, which was a huge con.
Yeah.
So I was looking up lightweight headlamps with red lights, and I stumbled upon the Nightcore NU25. It's the UL400. It's under 2 ounces, and it worked perfect for me.
But, like, if you were out there in the dark, would you have been able to see very far?
I night hiked with that thing for like 2 hours one night. Yeah. Night hiked with it, set up my camp at night.
Light.
And then I had a red light that I was able to use if I was camping with other people.
Yeah. I mean, granted, it's lightweight.
I mean, it's under 2 ounces. It's
1.59 ounces.
Yeah, I would highly endorse using this headlamp.
Yeah.
If for nothing else, the weight and the red light.
Okay.
And then also an additional piece of light is... So we got these cute little things on the PCT in Pasadena, actually.
In REI.
It's by Night Eyes, and it's called the Bug Light.
And we were trying to find lightweight, like, lights that we could put in the tent.
Like a lantern or something. And so we had originally had one of these solar-powered doohickeys, which never seemed to actually charge.
They didn't seem to work very well.
So we started off the PCT with one of those solar-powered lanterns. It went for bust. So we got to Pasadena. The little legs on these things, it's got 4 legs. They'll wrap around stuff like little tassels in your tent. 2 of mine broke off, so I cut the other 2 off, and so now it's just a body.
And didn't you put like a Ziploc?
I put a twist.
Or you put a little twist thing that you put on
twist tie
bread
from like a bread bag on it, and it works just fine. So it adds some nice ambient light into your tent at night.
It really does.
Instead of just a headlamp.
Yeah, because you're gonna burn through that headlamp light.
And if
you want light.
Yeah, and it's 0.46 ounces.
It's nice.
It's a nice little half-ounce luxury.
Yeah.
The last few electronics, these are all like really big hitters. First of all, the obvious is the phone. That's what you use to take your pictures with. You've got Far Out on there. It's really what helps you get from point A to point B, and lets you stay in contact with your loved ones. You and I both have the same phone. It's the iPhone 13.
Not my favorite, but
it's the Pro Max version, so they're about 8 ounces, which is pretty damn heavy.
Personally, I would have gotten the Pro if I could go back, because my hands don't fit around the Pro Max.
It's why I drop it a lot. It's a huge phone.
I drop it all the time.
She actually dropped it in France, and you cracked the lens pretty badly.
Italy or Switzerland,
on the TNB.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a pretty crucial piece, and I found it helpful mentally to have audiobooks, music, and even some shows downloaded in case I didn't want to just be in silence all the time.
Yeah.
And the last 2 really important things are both Garmin products.
We love Garmin.
We love our Garmin. I think I think with electronics, a lot of times you get what you pay for, and with Garmin, you pay a lot, but you get a quality product.
100%.
We both have Garmin Fenix watches. I've got the Fenix 7. Specifically the Sapphire Solar Edition, which is pretty high end, but there's more expensive ones out there. And what's yours?
Mine's the Fenix 6.
Yours is the 6.
Solar.
The 6 Solar.
Yes. We probably would have gotten me the 7, but it had not come out when I ordered mine. And then 2 or 3 weeks later, this one came out, and so Wesley had gotten it.
Yeah. And so what we do with these watches is
It's great.
we will record every single day that we hike on there to see if the mileage matches what Far Out says. It's also got a map on it in case you need to try and backtrack or you get lost and your phone's dead.
Yeah.
Which is one of the big justifications for why we paid so much for a watch.
Yeah, it's got a map.
A little map on there, and you can upload maps to it also.
Yeah.
Hers doesn't have it, but mine has a flashlight, which is also convenient.
So nice.
Which it's super convenient.
I know.
And I think after hiking for 6 months, it's really fun to go back and be able to look at on the Garmin apps each day that we recorded and the mileage we put in, where we stopped, the gain we recorded.
Yeah.
I think that's just a really enriching part of the experience is after you get back, still reliving it.
Well, and the watches lasted a really long time. We would record stuff and they'd last for a week or two.
Oh, heck yeah.
It was awesome.
You can download music to these things as well.
Yeah.
And the solar versions, they don't fully charge on solar power, but they do maintain charge on solar power.
So they have a solar quality to them.
Yeah, so it helps you maintain battery life a little bit better.
It's nice.
I love these watches.
Yeah, we still have ours.
We still have ours. You can swap out the bands whenever
they're awesome.
They bunk out on you.
Yeah, the Garmin watches I think are the best ones in the entire running, hiking community. When people ask, what should I get? Should I get an Apple Watch? What's that other one that people get? Not Garmin, but Suunto or Garmin. I 100% will say get a Garmin.
Yep, and their customer service is amazing. And this is why, right here, the last item that I want to talk about. So on the PCT, we decided not to go with the Garmin InReach Mini, which so many thru hikers use. We wanted to get the Garmin Explorer. So apparently a lot of stores were out of stock at the time that we wanted to get one, around 22. So we ended up getting one off of, eBay?
Yes.
We got one off of eBay. The seller said everything worked great. It was perfectly fine. We bought it, got it, took it on the PCT, and
it did not work.
It was a dud. It didn't work. None of the messages would send. It was a problem.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
So right after the 100-mile marker in the PCT at Montezuma Valley Market, I'm sitting on the phone with a Garmin rep for an hour and a half, and he's troubleshooting all this stuff with me on this Garmin Explorer. And after an hour and a half, we finally decide that it's just a dud device at that point. And he's like, this is what you should do, and this is what you should get. And he directed me to the Garmin GPS Map 66i. And this looks a lot like the Explorer, but it's a higher tech model. And we've had it ever since. It works perfect. It has a HUD display, and it has a little keypad like an old BlackBerry. The Garmin Mini, the downside to that sucker is that you have to message through it with your phone unless you use one of the 3 preset messages that you can put on it. So if you're texting anyone outside in the real world, it has to be through your phone. And if your phone is dead, you're out of luck.
Yeah.
So that was another reason we actually went with this Garmin device. That and the fact that it has an SOS beacon on it.
Which is amazing.
So if you're out in the middle of nowhere and you hit a really dire situation, you can hit an SOS button and they'll have search and rescue come to find you. Downside is you have to pay for it, but whatever.
But it's worth it for your safety.
I think it's worth it, yeah. It was a pretty expensive device. It weighs about 8 ounces as well. But I keep it in my hip belt if I have a hip belt. And, I don't even know it's there until I'm messaging good morning or happy midday or made it to camp safely or something like that. One other small piece of equipment that I forgot to mention when I was talking about my cook system is my food storage bag. And this is a pretty vital component to your cook system because you got to have something to store your food in, ideally odor-proof and waterproof, which the bag I used was. So I used the Bear Bagging Kit from Z-Packs. I used the size large. You can get a size large or big. The big is smaller, the large is larger. But it also comes with a rock sack, which it's pretty self-explanatory. You fill it with rocks and you use that to toss over limbs to get your paracord over those limbs so that you can do some manner of a bear hang. And speaking of paracord, not only does the kit come with the food storage bag and the rock sack, but it also comes with 50 feet of 2mm Z-line slick cord. So it's got everything that you need to do a food bag hang in the backcountry. And believe me, you're going to want to hang your food. I hung mine on the Colorado Trail just about the entire time. The only time that I didn't hang it is when I didn't actually have any trees. It was a spin 10-ish pound bag of food. So then I would usually keep the food closer to my tent, and I did get some puncture wounds in that food bag. But it's a great little setup. I highly recommend this kit because it's only 3.4 ounces. I would say use this for your next backpacking trip. And ideally, what you want to use with a bear bag like this, even though it is waterproof, it's not bear proof. So ideally, you would use something like an Ursack to go with this bag. So you would just stuff it inside of an Ursack, which is like a Kevlar bag that it's bear resistant. It's not bear proof, but they also make critter resistant bags. So it's got an additional liner inside of those bags, which can be pretty convenient when you're dealing with smaller critters with smaller teeth and nails that can possibly get in there. The alternative to using a bag like this and then an Ursack to make it more bear resistant is to use a bear can. Of course, this is only if you're going into areas with bears, which is a large part of North America, but just be mindful of where you are, what type of hazards or threats you could run into when it comes to protecting your food, especially at night, and just be bear aware. In addition to being bear aware, if you are interested in learning more about doing a proper bear hang, I'll have a hyperlink in the show notes for doing those bear hangs because there are specific requirements for heights and distances away from two supporting trees. And also, there are some really great resources out there for the easiest way or the best way to do a bear hang. I guess all that leads us to our final category. The question of the day.
Or questions of the day.
We've actually got two, and I would like to ask you the first one.
Oh, no.
So both of these questions are from some of our fellow thru hikers. Both of them we met on the PCT in 22. The first question comes from Jedi. What would you try to eat first after no food and you start starving? 1, would you eat your own boot? Well, we don't even wear boots, so...
Or shoe.
Maybe shoe. 2, would you eat Build-A-Bear's hands? 3, would you eat Crush's left leg? I wonder if that one's got more meat on it than the right leg. I don't know. Would you eat 4, Cuppa's booty? I mean, I feel like you could survive on that for a little while.
Wait, finish the
There's some substance there.
Yeah. I got my answer.
And number 5, would you eat snow? Which has 0 caloric value whatsoever. It's water.
I'm going to say Crush's left leg because I feel like out of all of those, you're going to get the most bang for your buck. Sorry, Crush. Cuppa's booty is like I could probably cup it with one hand.
You think so?
Yeah, it looks teeny tiny. And then Build-A-Bear has been hiking for the last week, year and a half. So his hands probably look like skeletons now.
They're probably really tough. A lot of callus on
like
them.
leather almost, or like chewy jerky.
Yeah.
But I feel like Crush's left leg, now that he's also doing another thru hike, he's going to have some baller like muscle meat.
Yeah, probably a lot of muscle, not a lot of fat.
No, that's true. No fat. But at least you'll get some muscle if these are my options. Sorry, Crush.
Build-A-Bear's hands might be a little bit like eating a boot right now.
Yeah.
Don't you think? Kind of leathery.
I don't know, Build-A-Bear, what do they feel like right now?
I don't know.
And Cuppa's booty, I feel like, has probably gotten smaller since the trail.
You think so?
Probably.
Huh.
I don't know. Cuppa, has your booty gotten smaller?
Leave us a comment in the show notes.
I want to know.
Wait, no. Leave us a comment in the comment section, not in the show notes.
Yeah,
what am I
you
talking
can't
about?
leave a comment in the show notes.
Oh
okay,
gosh.
I'll ask the second one.
All right, the second question of the day.
Okay. If eyelashes are supposed to prevent stuff from getting stuck in my eyes or your eyes, why is everything that gets stuck in my eyes an eyelash?
This is a question from Build-A-Bear, by the way.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yes, from Build-A-Bear.
Well, I feel like not everything that gets stuck in my eye is an eyelash.
Yeah, I get some dirt.
I'd give it about 90% of stuff that gets stuck in my eye is an eyelash. But the other 10%, like dust or sand particles or stuff that's blowing in, usually whenever it's really windy outside.
But why do you think that I think my answer is that they get stuck in the eye because they're so close to the eye.
Yeah, I mean, if they're hanging literally above and below your eye, the odds of them falling into your eye when they fall out are pretty high.
Are a higher chance.
I think this is a statistical probability question right here.
Uh-huh.
What is the statistical probability of an eyelash? How many eyelashes do you have above your eye to begin with?
Oh.
Of those eyelashes falling into your eye. And what is the probability of an eyelash falling out? How many do you lose a week? Build-A-Bear, this question just brings up a lot more questions.
It's a question within a question.
It's a question of many questions. It's like an umbrella question, a tree branch question.
Thanks for getting us started on this one.
You have started this, but now we're going to look up these facts. And
Wesley will.
I will look up these facts now. Because now we're just left wondering.
Yeah.
You're kind of like the eyelash in the eye right now. You're kind of just aggravating until we get it out and know the answer.
I'm fine.
You're fine with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're not.
I know, because now I want to know. Well, I guess that wraps up our episode, yeah?
Yeah.
I think that was a good one.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I mean, it's a lot of gear.
It's a lot of gear. So if you haven't heard, Yeti Walks into Basecamp now has a Patreon. That's exciting. The reason that we started our Patreon is to gain a little bit more funding for our podcast. Episodes don't make themselves, and it does take a lot of time, research, and effort to get these suckers recorded, edited, and then produced with all the information that you need in the show notes. So we have 2 tiers on our Patreon right now. Tier 1, or the Day Hiker tier, is $2.99 a month. That goes towards general support to continue allowing Yeti Walks into Basecamp to make more episodes and to improve the quality of our podcast episodes. The other tier that we have out right now is called the Weekend Warrior tier. Now that tier is going to also provide general support, but it is $4.99. So of course you got to get more out of it since you're paying more. So what that will get you is exclusive Yeti Walks into Basecamp episode releases from our podcast, and it'll give you access to some downloadable content. For this episode specifically, I'm going to have my entire Colorado Trail gear loadout hyperlinked in an Excel spreadsheet, and I'll have a blank template for you to go ahead and start putting together your own gear loadout. So if you do join and you select for that Weekend Warrior tier membership, you'll have access to this spreadsheet, and you'll be able to download it and start using it for yourself as soon as you're a member. I really hope that all the gear reviews that we've talked about in this episode and the hyperlinks and even the template gives you a really good idea for stuff that you could be exploring out there and helps you kind of fine-tune your own gear loadout for your next through hike or even backpacking trip. Just wanted to give a shout out to the amazing artist who was kind enough to let us use their music for our intro and outro. What's their name?
The Fire Once Lost.
The Fire Once Lost.
Thanks, man. We
Thank
appreciate
you
it.
so much, and we look forward to your new album coming out soon.
Yes, we're really excited to get to listen to that. And so if you like Appalachian bluegrass kind of feel, check out his music. He's got some really great stuff.
Yep, we'll have links to his social media in the show notes. And if you don't want to go into our show notes, just look up The Fire Once Lost, and it'll be on Instagram or Facebook.
Easy peasy. And thank you, everyone, for listening to this episode. We will catch you again
on the next episode. And we hope you're having a great start to your new year, 2024.
Yeah. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Bow, 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 bow.
Okay, this has been Yeti Legs and
Basecamp signing out.
Happy trails.
Happy trails.